Yes, the official channel. Yeah. I'm gonna get all the specs. I'm gonna get all the specs working.
Officially back.
Yes.
Officially back. Been gone from this channel for 3 years, bro. That's how long it's been.
Crazy.
3 years.
Been holding it down on the other ours, respectively.
Of course.
Though,
of course. You know, doing
crazy.
Bro, it looks so clean. Looks so clean. I love it.
Let me go to the channel.
All right, so let me share. Copy. Go to my Discord.
Gotta go to Google just to go to YouTube.
Ratchet.
Yeah, exactly. It's horrible. Hold on, this YouTube's too white. I need to darken this up. Why is it on default? Right? It's a default. There's a light and there's a dark thing. So when I press light, nothing happens. So the default is light. Why even say default if it's light?
I feel you on that.
I am. Hey, man.
Well, no, because default has always been light. You know, think about it. You know, back in the day, all we had was the light version of everything. I guess so. That's why they call it "quote unquote" default.
It looks so better in black, sleek, powerful. You know, way more superior. That's some wild stuff. Let's see.
Hey, change the. Are you able to change the title?
Just testing? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, change it to put like since we got it working now, since we are going to be able to work properly here. Let me tell you. Put hold up, not him. What's his name?
Who?
Put Logan Paul, Faze Rain, and MrBeast, and then and more in the title.
Logan Paul,
Faze Rain, and MrBeast. Yeah, F-A-Z-E.
Faze Rain. What the hell?
That's the guy from Faze
Rain.
Yeah, we'll get into it. I'll show you.
Wait, how you spell? Is it like rain? Like rain?
Yeah, like
okay.
rain, like rain to go to sleep to. And MrBeast.
MrBeast.
Yeah.
Is it Mr. like M-I-S-E-T-E-R or like?
No, just do M, capital M, lowercase r, no space, capital B-E-A-S-T.
MrBeast.
Yeah, like all one word, no dots, no periods, no space.
Oh, all one word?
Yeah, like M, capital M, lowercase r, capital B, lowercase E-A-S-t.
Like
all one word. Yeah, just like that.
Who is it?
You know who MrBeast is.
MrBeast.
I've got 100 people and they will fight to the death to get $100,000. You know
that
MrBeast
sounds entertaining.
It is, bro. You should see some of his video. I'm gonna introduce you to him. You'll get acquainted very quickly. Now that we got anything to talk about. But yeah, just put them in the title and that
tags. What should the tags be?
Nah, fuck the tags. Don't even worry about
them.
What
do you mean? You need trending topics.
Well, either tag the people you put in the title, because I've also heard that if you put them in the title, that doesn't mean that you're going to get the traction unless you have them in the tags, but I don't believe it. I've literally posted a video that got like 2K plus views. I had no tags in the video whatsoever, so I don't believe in tags anymore. I only believe in tags when it'll just
crazy,
get it'll just get your normal viewers to swing through. Like your normal viewers are the reason you do tags.
Tags get you females, okay?
Oh, I didn't know that. I need teach me the tag. See, I didn't know that. Teach me what I don't know. Tags get me females. Explain, good sir. I need to know.
Tags.
You can never have enough females. I got plenty of females to choose from, but you can never have enough. You can never have enough.
Zeno Coffee. LagFest returns on my birthday. Damn. I'm
on your birthday.
21st too, real. Wait, is that Coffee Bean?
Nah.
No, okay. I thought it was. I was about to say.
Like, no, that's Zeno Coffee. Totally different person. Yeah. Totally different person.
Ooh, hey, what's up, Asios?
Asio, Zeno, how y'all doing?
Yeah,
we out here. Yeah, we out here. You know, doing a little bit of some extra. You know, we're gonna get the LagFest popping again. LagFest will be
Bro,
here from now on.
Hasio, buy that skin in Fortnite, that Academy one. It's really good.
Hasio, don't let that man tempt you into anything. All right.
No, spend all your money. All right.
Burn it.
Yes, burn it like Joker and that other guy. No, it wasn't Joker, was it? Yeah, it was Joker.
That was the Joker.
Joker.
That was the Batman. Yeah, he was. Yeah, number 2.
I hate that movie.
Why do you hate it?
Why do I hate
if it
that
wasn't
movie?
If it wasn't because the CGI didn't portray Batman properly, then we don't agree.
No. Like, the reason I don't like Batman Begins or Batman Returns is because of Lucius Fox's beard. I'm not a fan of the beard on Lucius Fox. I cannot get behind the movie, not 100% at all.
I can't tell if you're hoeing me right now or not, but like, I can't tell. Like, are you dead ass?
No, I'm joking. But look, the movie's terrible. The movie's just terrible. Like, I just let you know right now, the movie's terrible. All right.
I thought it was an okay movie, but I feel like it suffered from the things that all Batman movies, including that one and before, have suffered from. They didn't have the technology to make him do things that make him look like a legitimate superhero. Like they had to look at the what's his name? Keaton Gilmer, Michael Keaton. Look at Michael Keaton's Batman. He was killing people. That wasn't in the comics,
Trash, bro. Like,
it was trash.
Michael Keaton, every time he moved, he had to move with his whole head and torso.
Actually,
just to look up. I'm not with that either.
You know that even in the George Clooney Batmans, they had to do the same thing. Batman. They had to do, like, every Batman before Christian Bale could not do this. They dead ass had to do this in order to turn and look.
Yeah, it's
dead
like
ass. Every like Batman before
Darth
Christian
Vader.
Bale. Yeah, almost like Darth Vader. And Darth Vader in the comics could literally just turn his head. He could turn his head a little bit, like, at least. Even if he had a very ranged motion, it was like, yeah.
He shouldn't have. He's really, like, everything was robotic. That's crazy.
Well,
like an owl.
Whew. But I mean, he had his whole torso. That he had like half his arms. No, he had like one of his arms, like most of one of his legs without his feet, and then like one of them was just a nub. It was like below the kneecap or something like that. But
one of these days, we got to spend time and go through Death Battle. I promise you. I've been waiting
and work their shit and show how dumb they are. Of course, we have to. I promise you, man. We have to, bro, because they're illiterate when it comes to this stuff. They're not fans. They're just making content.
I don't think they do. Like, I don't say like in the comments you see a lot of you're not doing research. You know what I mean? It's hard to do simple, but it's like the basic research. I feel like they miss the basic things. Right?
I don't think. Okay, yeah. Continue, yeah, because
like,
when you make your point,
for instance, I'll make mine. Android 18 absorbing. That's a basic thing that she doesn't do. Everyone knows she does not do that. That's like, public knowledge type stuff. Like, how do you miss that? You had all these stats. You know what I mean? Like, for Miss what was it, Miss Marvel? Yeah, all these stats for Miss Marvel. You knew everything about her. Carol Danvers this, Carol Danvers that, right? But when it came to Android 18, you just missed the obvious, like, she can also absorb. And then they try to double down on it. That's what, like, why are you doubling down on it when it's not canon? Or I can't even say canon. It's not possible. Or,
exactly.
They don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's horrible. But I would like to go in on some animes that also, too, I would like to talk about Guts. So I feel like no one's talking about Guts, especially the manga.
Yeah,
disgusting.
Oh my god, like that's probably one of the saddest like characters.
Guts is the most ruthless thing I've ever seen in any type of comics.
That's one of the most tragic backstories.
Oh, and how Drax used to be. Drax from Marvel, how he used to be before he was rewritten and they did the woke stuff. He was super based. Drax was super based. All right. Now he's not, He's got that same pill that Broly has now. He's got that same pill. It's the calm down pill.
They calmed him down, bro. It's called the Adderall.
boobies, like right, like they're doing that now. Boobies, like all right, come on, man. We're teaching.
I've got
them
a better
boobies.
one for you. Why is Gamora?
Why is Gamora? Yeah, they say Thanos was a bad dad, and I don't think so. You know, he shielded her eyes when he wiped away her planet and civilization.
That wasn't his daughter.
I would do the same thing for my kids. Hold on.
But that wasn't his daughter.
No, it's not his daughter. It's his adoptive daughter. You know, he's taking.
he adopted her because he literally wiped out her race. Like what?
He got so annoyed with her that then he adopted a machine, right? To be her sister. Now the machine's trans.
She was a person.
Did you see it? Did you see Guardians? Like the machine, the Nebula, or it's not really Nebula-esque.
What?
I don't know. You should check that out.
No, I'll have to look at it because like Nebula was an actual person, like an actual physical life form, and Thanos experimented with her because she could never beat Gamora, so like he gave her enhancements. So that's why she looks like a machine now. But
you should see her now, buddy.
All right, say less. All right, so on to topic numero uno. Welcome to LagFest, the legit LagFest. We will be here from now on every time we do LagFest. So you guys stay tuned. We're trying to do this every day. So tomorrow we will be back. You know, Monday through Friday at a minimum type shit.
It's on the official channel, guys, not on ours. This is one collective.
And we will always be
every
here.
Single day.
LagFest will always be here. It'll never be on my channel. It'll never be on Customs channel anymore. It will always be here from now on. So,
Zajan watches Glee.
I do not. I have never watched Glee. Don't you dare lie about me.
I thought all South Carolinians watch Glee.
Listen,
sorry.
Us from South Kakalaki, we plow fields, we till the hay, and we hunt deer. That's all I'm gonna say. We don't watch TV. You feel me?
Hunting deer is so primitive, you know?
The only thing primitive about
it. It's like camping. Who wants to pretend to be poor? I don't want to do that. I don't want to pretend to be poor.
All right, so Hasio Zeno, we're gonna ignore his very rude comments about my race and our intelligence.
How is that
rude? Simple. You think that just because we hunt the deer means that we are primitive? We are not the primitive. We are top tier. We are ready to go.
First of all right, let me tell you something about hunting. When you're using rifles and guns that can like lift a truck off the ground, that's not really hunting anything. Like you know what I mean? Like how's that sport? How's that fun? Right? These guns can blow the whole body off. How is that fun for you guys? Right? That's like fishing with dynamite. That's not fun, man. The whole thing of fishing is to maybe you'll catch something. Maybe sometimes you're struggling for days and it's a little guppy. And I don't understand how that happens.
A little guppy.
Bro, I struggled for days once and I got a tiny little fish. You would think that, man, the way I was pulling out there, it was like killer whale or something. It happens, man.
Well, all right. So here's the thing, right? I can go fishing, right? You know, I can go fishing down the lake, right? But when I go to the lake, I know I'm not about to catch nothing that's like, I don't expect to catch anything 5+ pounds, right? You know, of course you could always catch a big fish, but you know, I go out there with like a little ultralight reel, you know, which can barely hold a 2-pound fish, right? A ultralight reel can barely hold a 2-pound fish, right? And I have a flip bail, right? So I flip the bail, and I hold it with my finger. I hold the string with my finger, right? I throw it and I let my finger go. As soon as I throw it, I let it go. It throws out there, and then I pop the bail back over. Boom, then I reel it in. When I catch it, if it's more than 2 pounds. Listen, the only better fight you could get is going deep sea fishing and catching a 20-pound fish. It's just get your ass up here.
I'm not doing all that, man. You blow your arm.
Boy, it's about the sport, man. Cause like, all right, so like for instance, right? If I'm going to, you know, since I'm able to just go out and buy my own food, since I can fish, right? Especially like, I love this when we go camping, right? We go camping and there's fish you can catch. And then you can keep and you can skin them and eat them. So what we do is every day we'll go fishing. And if we catch fish every day, we're going to be eating fish every day. I love doing that. It's so good. I don't know if you've ever eaten something that you've had to catch or kill. It just tastes so much better. And not to mention like the the aspect of the fish being wild, so there's no
Like we
extra
caught
additives.
fish like repeatedly, you know, but it's one of those like you don't know which one you had or
Yeah.
because
Oh,
you
I
know
feel you.
it got mixed in with all the rest. So I don't know exactly which one, but you eating whatever.
Yeah, it's like like brim, bass, crappie, perch, all types of fish, man. I like freshwater fish are so good. You just got to watch out for the bones. But like, yeah,
You're gonna go hunting. You should have
I hunt and
primitive
fish.
tools. Is what
I do
I'm
have
saying,
primitive
right?
tools.
I want you out there.
I got
like
a knife
Predator.
right here with me.
That's what I want. I want to see some Predator style.
I got a knife right here with me.
Yeah, use that. Yeah, use that when you go out there. You're using that because I'm saying like they're using guns where you're scoping like JFK, and I don't want those type of guns.
Oh! I see what you mean.
Especially when you're hunting.
So you feel like it is like the animals are at a disadvantage, right?
Well, no, not since like all right, and animals have like incredible speed, reflexes, hearing. They're at a better advantage than us. They can see us and know we're in there before we do. Like we know they're there. But my thing is like these dudes, when you see on these videos, they're like 200 feet away, right? Like they're 200 feet away. They're behind these barricades. They're all geared up. He's been sitting there, like I don't know, like it's a little different with the camera. And then one deer just happens to go by. You shoot it, and then he jump cuts, and then you got to follow it, and it's just like I like the ones where dude is in half, like I don't say half naked, but these dudes have straw, like they have sandals and they have straw like clothing, but they're out there, right? Spear, they're out there, bow.
I'm not built for that type of. I'm not built for that type of hunting.
But no, there's bows that's built for like regular man today. Like they have crossbows, they have like all types of artillery bows.
Okay,
like so, you'll be like Hawkeye.
Well, see, like I could. All right, for instance, like my dad. All right, so that's funny you say that. My dad does not hunt with a rifle for that reason. My dad says that it is too easy to hunt with a rifle, so he uses a bow and arrow, one that he pulls back like Hawkeye. Not a crossbow, but a full pullback bow. Like when I go hunting with my dad, I get to take my dad's 273 because he ain't used it in 10 plus years. Yeah, it's not my gun. He bought me and my brothers a 243 when we were younger, and I could use that. But I'm grown now, so he gonna let me use his gun. And it's just, yeah, of course I could be like, well, let me go out of my way, and let me let me use this. Let me use these weapons of choice. These small rifles. Or I don't get to go hunting much. So when I do, I'm not like my dad. Every weekend, if he could go hunting, if my dad could go hunting every day of the week, my dad will go hunting every day of the week. That's why he hunts with a bow and arrow.
Is there enough stuff to hunt every day of the week?
Yes, 100%. The problem.
Well, I mean, for yourself, yeah, but game. I mean, like because you said there's only a set amount of game you can hunt.
Yeah, and because like you got squirrel season, you got hog season, you got deer
crazy.
Season.
Don't eat a squirrel. That's crazy.
No, dead ass. Like like people eat squirrels, rabbits. Hey, listen.
Well, I get that because I seen the dude do that. I seen him skin it and then do all the thing. I'm talking. I want more primitive than that. I want it even more primitive. Like I want to see the guy run.
What you want? Somebody hunting armadillos?
He's scouting. He tells a couple scouts to go out, and then he takes this big ass rock and he knocks it over the head. That's the type of stuff I want to see.
So what you would want to do is you would want to hog hunt with dogs. That's what you would want to do, because this is how they hog hunt with dogs. Is exactly like what you're saying. You got anywhere from 2 to 5 guys that own dogs. So you got like 5 dogs, and you got like anywhere from however many people that own dogs plus whoever they bring with them to actually shoot the raccoons. You want to go raccoon hunting? All right. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you what it's called, but I'm gonna get clipped for this as soon as I call it to you. It's called. All right, listen. All right, I'm gonna say it, but this is just what it's called. Coon hunting. All right, it's called coon hunting. It's when we hunt raccoons, and what you do is you use the dogs to tree the raccoons, and then they shoot the raccoons out of the tree. Now
I seen Joe Dirt.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you see Joe Dirt, then, yeah, you good. Yeah.
But he was using Joe. That's not fair. Like,
Well, you see why it was. Do you see why it was funny with the way they used him now? Because they normally use dogs to do that. The dog will track. You do the same with squirrels. You do the same with actually. They have a thing where you hog hunt with dogs, which is actually very like it's about as real as you would want. Like go to Africa, with dogs that aren't on leashes, but they own the dogs, and the dogs will like find them, and then they run, in their little like speedos that they handmade, and go stab them with spears. That's how you hog hunt with dogs. It's the same thing. The dogs will track the hog, and the dogs might get on the hog and like pin the hog down, because they got jaws that can hold him.
Going for the kill.
But you gotta pull your knife out and jump on the hog and shank it. You gotta kill it. You gotta kill it. Your dogs can't kill it.
Yeah.
And like I'll be honest, I've been deer hunting before, and you can sit on the ground when you hunt deer. You can sit in a tree stand. You can sit in a climber stand. A bunch of different places you can sit. But we chose to sit on the ground one night, me and Dad, and we heard a bunch of hogs. You know what my dad told me to do? Dad goes, "Hey, in another couple minutes, if these hogs sound like they're getting closer," because it sounded like babies, right? Like little squealing, like real young hogs. He said, in a couple minutes, if they sound like they're getting closer, I'm gonna put you up in this tree, and I'm gonna go climb up that tree over there, and you just keep your rifle on you. As soon as you get in the tree, you load the bullet, and you get ready to shoot. If I tell you to shoot, you shoot.
I'm scared of heights,
bro. And
all right.
We had to do it. We had to do it. All right, but yeah, back to the podcast. Yeah. Back to the podcast. We 20 minutes in talking about bullshit. Talking about hunting and shit. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Anyways, so what do you want to talk about first, Custom? Out of all the topics we got, what would you like?
Logan
to talk about
Paul.
First? All right, so recently, I don't know how much you've kept up with this, but Logan Paul, for some reason, has kicked off one of his co-hosts. You know the Logan Paul podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the guy with the beard that doesn't look as good as mine, and he looks a little Arabic, but you know what I mean. He got
I only know beard. 2 people on that.
Yeah,
there was one dude who was jacked, and then there was another dude who was like jealous of the dude who's jacked, and then there's Logan. Every time I watched, that dude was like, "There's a jacked dude."
You don't remember the guy that had the beard? His name was Georgie.
Is that the jacked dude?
No, he's not jacked. Here, I'm gonna pull.
Maybe it was a guest they had then, but this dude was jacked, and then you could tell dude was like really like pissed. He seemed like he was upset. That dude was like heavily muscled.
Right here. Share my screen real quick.
All right.
Wrong one. Present. Share screen. Entire video. There you go. Share. All right. Yeah. Share that. This guy. You don't remember this guy?
Oh, yes. That dude.
Yeah. His name is Georgie.
I've seen him.
Yeah. So his name is Georgie. All right. So
he got upset about Bobby Lee, bro. That dude's weird.
He did. And then did you see where he actually, because Logan went on a podcast with Bobby Lee, with his wife, or used to, I guess his ex or whatever. Bobby Lee's a cuck. Anyways, yeah, he's a total cuck. Like his wife says that she fucks other people and he watches. Anyways, but yeah, like Bobby Lee. Yeah, so Bobby Lee's podcast. I guess that's his name. I mean, I know him as Bobby Lee.
No, Bobby Lee, his girlfriend, who used to be Kalila. They still live together.
Do they really? Wow.
Yeah, they're broken up and still.
Wow, they still. Bed. That's crazy.
And
what a cuck.
She flies back and forth to meet with somebody. Like, it's wild.
Hold up, I gotta pull up.
Hollywood's crazy, man.
That's crazy, bro. Like,
Did you know Robert De Niro has black kids? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, Robert De Niro. Yeah, he adopted. Yeah, this dude. Yeah, this is the dude that made Georgie walk off of the Logan Paul podcast.
Yes.
This dude.
Bobby Lee.
Yeah, the cuck himself. I have no problems with Bobby Lee. Like, I don't want y'all to get that twisted, but he's literally a cuck. Maybe he is a little retarded, by the medical terms.
How was that a cuck, though? I thought he had to be married, at least.
Even if he isn't married, like, he's still sleeping in a bed with this chick, and like, He already admitted on a podcast that he allows her to fuck other men. Like that shit's that's cuck status, bro.
But when you mean allow, you can't control her. Like she could just be easily doing that.
You letting your girl fuck other dudes?
How can I allow? What do you mean? Like what do you want me to do? What do you mean?
Is she your girl or not? It's
well,
like if
if
she's your girl, okay, what you gonna say?
Once like what I'm saying is they're gonna do whatever they want to do. She's gonna do whatever she wants to do. He has money, you know.
Then she better do it behind my fucking back.
Now she owns his business. She owns half his business. Half the podcast they're on, she owns half of it. Go check it out. She owns half of that business.
That's terrible.
And he, like I said, he didn't even marry her or nothing. He gave her half the business. He gave her this following.
That's cuck status. You think? Wait, all right. So like, I don't know. I don't know. Would you just give a woman half of your business if she helped you with the podcast?
If I was Bobby.
But you're not Bobby.
Me being me? No.
Exactly. You being you, it makes no sense. That's what I'm saying.
But it makes sense for look at Bobby. Come on.
But that's because he is. I think he's legitimately medically retarded. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to go out of.
It could be a micro.
I got Skittles in the fucking building, bro. I got Skittles in the building. Let's go. But yeah, no, like, nah. Listen. Bobby is about as interesting as this Skittle bag. The only reason that Bobby Lee why is everybody calling? The only reason Bobby Lee even calls me anymore.
Damn.
The only reason that Bobby Lee is even in the spot right now is because it takes a lot of things to make people laugh, and a guy like him, it'll do it. All right, let me take this call. Give me 1 second, please. Go rip off me.
But he is funny though. Bobby Lee is funny. I will say that. I used to watch him on Mad TV. I don't know. This cuck stuff is crazy. But again, I mean, it's Kalila though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure he's not doing it with everybody he's ever been with or who he's with now. Well, no, I don't think he's with them right now. She was somebody. Like, she definitely was somebody. Because it was at one point that she was linked to not Brendan Shaw, but I don't think it was him. I think it was him. Something like that. Because they're not even friends no more. It's wild. So I don't know. Like, that's some crazy stuff, man. That is crazy. What you said, that's how he plays Xbox. That's why. Yeah, if you're on Xbox, that's a wild life you're living. I have to say that. Like, that's who you're on edge. You know what I mean? Gun in your hand, pills in the other. You're on edge if you're playing Xbox in 2023. It's like cry for help, I guess. We got hotlines for you. We definitely got hotlines for those who are still on Xbox right now. All right. Don't be afraid to call them. We all God's children. So don't be afraid to call, man. But I don't know. I think with Bobby Lee, man, I think the cuck thing works for him, though, man. Like, I don't know. I really don't care. Like, it's like one of those things. Like, if he's allowing that, if he's doing that, it's Hollywood, bro. Like, this weird. It's always been weird. It always will be weird. They do things like it's just sickening, the stuff you hear. But all right, man. I don't know. I see no problem with it. That's some Decor Admiral Summit. Oh boy. What happened?
I'm back. So what was we talking about? We done with Bobby Lee?
Oh, yeah.
We done with Bobby Lee? Okay, so the whole reason we even got on Bobby Lee was because of Georgie right here, right? So because Bobby Lee made Georgie lead the podcast. But I'll be the first to say that I don't think Bobby Lee made George lead the podcast. I think personally that Logan Paul made him leave the podcast because now Georgie is a professed Christian. He's a professed Christian. And Logan Paul has multiple times, come out and said that, yo, you need to see a psychiatrist because you believe in God. And I'll be the first to say, if I'm a co-host on the show, right, and if you was constantly bashing me for my religion, even though you don't believe in it, I wouldn't feel welcomed either. But you don't do that, do you?
Yes.
You don't bash me because of what I believe. I don't bash you for what you believe. Even though I disagree with what Custom believes and Custom disagrees with what I believe, there is no turmoil because of that. Yet for some reason, Logan Paul cannot get past the fact that Georgie is a Christian. And it hurt Georgie to the extent of where Georgie didn't feel comfortable being on the podcast. And in my opinion, that's a big issue. I mean,
I can get that, bro, but I think that's a scapegoat, to be honest. I think people do this religion and they know exactly which things to trigger certain people. And I don't even say certain people, just anybody, religion, your family, that's going to trigger anybody, right? So I'm just sitting there thinking, like, these two, I just think it's a Logan thing, bro. If you ever watch his podcast, bro, he even shits on his guests, bro. I would not even want to be near him.
That's good that you said that and I didn't, because I'm the Christian. That's good you said that.
I'm not saying that they are the best people or they're the best for, podcast purposes of talking. Sometimes they can't even entertain for that long. I get that. But the people he has on there, he's uninterested. He has somewhere else to be. The way he treats his guests is insane, bro. I could never do that. But it makes it like Dana White, for instance, how he treated Dana White, like especially after Dana White and the wife thing, bro. But I'm saying how he treated Brendan Schaub, how he treats Bobby, bro. It's how you look at a lot of people on his podcast, how they were treated. That is insane. He rolls his eyes constantly as soon as you start talking. It's like he's uninterested in anything you're saying.
Like he knows better than you.
He already knows about what you're gonna talk about is right. It's like one of those, he already has a good authority on what you're gonna say. Like already? Like,
yeah, well, it's like you said,
1968, well, segregation. Oh, I know all about that. Well, really? Because you were here in 1968, segregation, right? Like, stuff like that. It's just like he knows he has the authority on everything. Bro. Like I can't deal with it. That's why I can't watch. I watch Bobby Lee on his podcast because sometimes it's funny. He says
Bobby Lee stuff.
Is bad friends. It's called Bad Friends.
I think so.
Him with the ginger dude. That's funny.
Yeah.
And with the other Asian lady.
You talk about the not gender dudes. It's called it's got like Best Friends or something like that.
Bad Friends.
Yeah, Bad Friends. That is a hilarious. But do you see how Bobby Lee was able to take a joke? Like even if Bobby Lee got mad, he was ready to walk off. Like he could settle himself, be like, yeah, you're right. It's just a joke. It's okay. He never left the podcast. So I do agree with you. He
even apologized when he felt like he was going after that George dude. Like, look, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and but Georgie said, nah, you don't have to apologize, dude, because I'm the one that should apologize to you. Georgie said that. Georgie was like, no, you're wrong. I apologize to you. You don't need to have an apology. And so he was able to make a joke. Go, all right, well, I'm gonna take my apology back. And they laughed about it. He goes, of course. He was like, yes, bro. Like I shouldn't have done that. He was like, so why did you get mad? He was like, honestly, because Logan Paul is a fucking asshole. And it's like, no, he didn't say Logan Paul was a fucking. He just called Logan Paul an asshole. But that's what Logan Paul is. So my question to you, since you don't watch the Logan Paul stuff, and I don't really either. I only catch stuff when it's, trending or stuff like that. But I will say that Georgie has been my favorite. Like, if I ever have watched the Logan Paul podcast, it was because Georgie was on there. And I'm not saying that just because Georgie's a Christian and I'm a Christian. I'm saying that because Georgie was the most relatable to me. Like, I remember when 7 months ago, when the CoffeeZilla stuff came out and Logan Paul was sitting out here, with his fucking trying to figure out what he was going to do with his finger stuck up his ass because he done scammed people out of money and he done told CoffeeZilla, hey, you better go ahead and get your lawyers ready. And Coffee's like, bitch, I already got so much evidence in this video. You better get your lawyers ready. And then what did he do? He went and turned around and turned the whole situation to be about, you're right, CoffeeZilla. I'm sorry. I was, I was wrong. You did the right thing. But before he even made that video, bro, like Georgie was on the podcast, fucking helping him, going, bro, like how did, like, because I know, we're friends, and how did it make you feel when those people told you, yo, don't talk about it? But now when everything is coming out, it's like I have no choice but to talk about it. How does that make you feel? Georgie was giving him every out to try and seem like he was just as screwed as y'all were. He just has more money and it doesn't hurt as bad. Like, that's my thing. It's like, and then he kicks Georgie out the podcast, talks shit about Georgie's podcast. I don't know, bro. I just think that Logan Paul is a bitch made man's, because why would you talk about Georgie like that? Georgie never said anything bad about you. Oh,
bro, I think he'll do that to anybody, bro. Like, just look at what the domino effect that's gonna happen. Eventually, his buddy from the side, right?
You talking about the guy that dated the porn star?
The
bald-headed guy.
Yeah, him. Eventually, he's gonna see Logan's style. He already knows, bro. Like, you got to think about Logan. He plugs his prime everywhere. Anything he does, he'll call out, like, which is good for you to call out your sponsorships, but it's so much sponsorships he calls out. I don't know, like, if it's a 50-50 split on that end. Like, us is a 50-50 split unity. Without us, one of us, this thing doesn't exist. I don't think it's like that for Logan, bro. It's Logan Paul. It's not Logan Paul, or it's not, a group thing. It's Logan Paul, right? It's a weird thing. It's like, come on, man. Like, this should be a collective thing, right? But no, but this thing is, he'll run it like it is. He'll tell his audience. He'll grip, and he'll let you know, like, no, I'm helping Georgie. I'm helping this guy. We're doing all this, and I'm like, well, you're the one wrestling. You're the one getting like floor seats.
Where's Georgie been other than podcasts?
Prime is your thing. That's not Georgie. You're doing Prime.
Nothing to do with Georgie.
So I'm just like, I don't understand what is he getting besides porn stars? And the porn stars are getting with him to get closer to Logan. You know what I mean?
And you know what was funny is, like, all right, so I like Georgie, as like I've yet to catch one of his podcasts because I've been busy with my life, and I'll be honest, I haven't kept up with YouTube shit until we agreed to start doing the LagFest thing daily, and I agreed to be on the Voice of the Heroes. So now I'm doing a lot more research, and I found out that about 6-7 months ago, Georgie was talking to Logan about his faith. This was like the stream that Logan was like calling him, like, yo, you need psychiatric help because you believe in Jesus, right? And Georgie was trying to tell him. Georgie was like, listen, it hurts my feelings that you would say such cruel things when you know that I'm just like you. If we're friends, how am I any different from you believing what you believe? But he was like, dude, he said, Logan, I will give anything up to you to prove that Jesus and God, my God, that is Jesus' father, exists. He said, I'll do anything. And Logan says, oh, so you would give up the girl that you're dating right now, that you've told me multiple times that you've been dating for more than a year, that you want to marry her. You give her up? He goes, as bad as I wouldn't want to. Yes, I would. And guess what happened? Georgie's girlfriend and him break up. And then 3 days ago, now I found out about this about a month ago, that Georgie and his girl broke up, the one he wanted to marry. They broke up. A month later, Logan Paul, there's clips. I need to find it. But there's clips of Logan Paul. Actually, here, stop sharing my screen so I can find it real quick. Logan Paul. Actually, hold on. Don't stop. Paul.
Don't want to see that search history, y'all.
Admits God. Hold on. Let's see if we can get it.
Been watching a lot of Halcyon. Yeah.
Right here. All right, right here. Logan Paul breaks down crying after reading this on a Paul. No, not that one. There's a clip of Logan Paul being like, listen, I said, if God exists, he said, if I asked God if he exists to give me a sign. Logan Paul asked this, and it was after Georgie had said, I would give up my girl so you could know that God exists. And Georgie's girlfriend broke up with him. And like, he actually, like, one of the big YouTubers, like from one of the Nelk boys, one of the big bodybuilders, She literally cheated on Georgie with one of the Nelk boys, like dead ass. Which,
all right. I mean, like that's bad, but dang,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I kind of blame the Nelk boys for that because
don't blame nothing. Blame the women.
I blame her and the Nelk boys because the Nelk boys could have been like, bitch, you know what's up. Point is,
she went where the money was. Like,
but what? Like I'm about to tell you, he said that he would give her up just so Logan could know God. He gets kicked off Logan's podcast. Then his girl cheats on him, so he breaks up with her. And then guess what? There's a clip of Logan Paul being like, hey, listen, I asked God for a sign to see if he was real. And I went to Dubai or some like rich, fancy, expensive place, right? And he said his whole experience was terrible because every time he turned around, it was like shit was going wrong. He was like, it was weird that I asked God to give me a sign that he was real and not everything is going wrong. And that's what's funny about the whole thing with Georgie and Logan is Logan used to give Georgie so much shit because he was a Christian. He needs psychiatric help. He needs to talk to a psychiatrist or something. And Logan asks one time, give me proof that you're real. And on his vacation, everything gets ruined. It's just, to me, that's divine intervention. I mean, it could definitely be.
Man, that sounds like BS, man.
It could be cool.
They can make some stuff up.
It could be coincidence.
This is going.
Why would Logan Paul make it up?
For views. I don't believe nothing on that sector, bro. And to point out what Hasio said earlier, he makes fun of his brother. He trashes his brother. I mean, look at his brother, bro. He has heavily tattooed on his body. He wants to be black. It's clear as day, right? Like, yeah, I mean, like parallel to his brother. Look how they are, right? You got one who likes wrestling, who's doing wrestling, who's into fitness. The whole styles are completely different. You wouldn't even think they're related. Like Logan's rap or Jake's rapping. He's trying to box. You know what I mean? He's doing all the black stuff, right? Like, right? It's all the tropes. It's crazy. Malt liquor. Insane. And then Logan's more business, prime. He cares about his body, like what he puts into it, stuff like that. He's trying to wrestle. Like he's trying to do other stuff, elevate his game. And it seems like his brother's really not. I mean, because, that whole, filming dead people debacle. Like that was bad. And I feel like, with time, people forget about stuff. But I mean, like, I don't know. Like, it's just weird that that's like the dark cloud. You would think that that's over his head. Religion, and like I said, if it's anything to trigger somebody, it's easy. It's easy to trigger people with family and religion. It's so easy. And I'm like, if you got fired over that, well, then good riddance, man. I don't need to be there. I don't think he can hold his own. That's what sucks. Logan didn't build these guys up enough for them to hold their own. I don't see them doing sponsorships or doing stuff like that. Like,
I mean, I get that, but you got to think too. It's like, granted, because I'll be the first person, since I am I'll be the first person to say, no, like I'm a Christian, but I'm not gonna force my belief on you. You got questions, I'll answer them, but that's it. That's what I'm here to do. I'm just here to plant seeds. I'm not here to change minds. I'm not here to go out of my way and try to change the world by myself. I'm here to do what, in my religion, the Lord asked me to do. Plant the seeds. If somebody has a question, I answer. And I feel like Georgie handled himself as well as he possibly could have. Granted, I'm talking about when he left the podcast or when he was gone, with an undetermined date of return. And then all of a sudden they was like, yeah, Georgie's not doing it.
But what if he signed an NDA, bro? He could be just as petty as them. They all are. Every time they leave, they get petty.
I agree with that. But here's the reason that I don't think that's the case. Because
that he signed an NDA? You're crazy.
Well, no, what I'm saying is he could have signed an NDA and not talk, right? He could have definitely signed that. But I also believe that if he wasn't as true to his, and I'm gonna call it religion in a loose term, because I don't believe it's just any religion where you could act like this. I believe it's specifically Christianity, and Georgie is a Christian like I am. He believes in Jesus like I do. So I believe that's the only way that he was able to go on the podcast, after CoffeeZilla went ham on Logan and expose Logan for being a scumbag and a shitty piece of fuck, Georgie still came on there and tried to defend him. That's what a Christian does. Not because Logan was wrong, but because Georgie is a good friend. And it's just sad that, you know, now Georgie is not a part of the podcast simply because Logan Paul can't even, you know, baffle somebody that believes in religion. You know, it would be like you bashing me every time we got on in a legitimate argument. You would bash me. You can't use religion as an argument. It's like, well, I mean, I get that, but I mean, I'm telling you so. But you believe in religion, Asian. Your opinion doesn't matter. You need to see a psychiatrist. You need to see a psychiatrist. That ain't right.
But how are the fans taking that though? That's what I mean.
They're not taking it well.
This is the show of Logan. This is not like you know what I mean?
A lot of people have. That's the only reason this is something we're talking about, is because a lot of people have taken, you know, ill will with this, because a lot of Logan's fans have been trusting Logan. And I would say that I'm kind of in that boat. You know, I've wanted, you know, Logan to be a better person, you know, and grow from his childhood stage of, you know, filming a dead body in the fucking Japanese suicide forest. You know, I was hoping, you know, praying that he would become a better man. But it seems that, to me, it's just weird that you're going to fucking fault somebody for believing in religion, yet you're going to film a dead body and put that on YouTube and think that that's all right. Oh, let me make an apology video and cry. Boo-hoo. Logan, nah, that's some bullshit, bro. At the end of the day, you don't want competition. You don't want somebody that is as intellectually smart as you on your podcast. Because when you had Gideon on your podcast, right? Gideon is a professed Christian. Gideon, I literally subscribed to Gideon because he was like, he went out on his YouTube, was like, hey, I am a pronounced Christian now. I like, yeah, he does dumb shit and I don't agree with everything, but most of his stuff, yeah, I mean, I can get behind it. Not to mention, yeah, Blazin, that's one of my dudes. He is one of the main editors for Gideon. And Blazin's not a Christian. Blazin left his home and went to Texas to be with Gideon and live with Gideon so he could edit videos. I'm proud of Gideon. I'm proud of fucking Blazin.
Yeah, I didn't know who the hell you were talking about. Who's Gideon?
Gideon? Here, I'll show you real quick. Gideon. I got you.
That was
I got you. I will show you Gideon, my guy.
I know Blazin, but I'm like, who's Gideon? What is
Gideon.
This Why would anybody move to Gideon? I thought that was, you sounded like it's a plague.
You sharing my screen?
Yeah. I was already sharing.
All right, this is Gideon right here.
Well, that's why I tell you, you shouldn't be mixing religions like that, man. Shouldn't.
But that's my point, though. My thing is,
he could have switched topics, bro. He could have switched topics, but it seemed like people are doubling down, man. They really want you to look, man. This is the belief. And it's like, nah.
Exactly.
Is that what the podcast was about?
No.
Dude's gonna last because he's a yes man. Bald dude's gonna be there for him.
Oh yeah. Mike is a
yes. He laughs at
his name is Mike.
Jokes.
Mike is a yes man. He dated a porn star. He's a yes man.
On the couch with each other, right? And then when he laughed, he said a joke, and when he laughed, he grabs dude's like his knee, like he grabs his knee, like like they get that close.
Yeah.
Like I know I put my shoulder on somebody when you're laughing. You have done that. Or something like that.
Or like you smack somebody, yeah,
somebody's knee or leg, and like that just seems
punch
like
him right there.
a little bit too much. Like I have to laugh at his jokes. I have to say yes. I have to double down on the Prime sponsorships, but I don't get a penny of them. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And sooner or later, it's gonna come to a pass, man. Because you just saw that. Like I don't know. I really think it's because of the religion thing. I think anything would have set this off. This is what I'm saying. These are easy things to trigger people. This is easy, cancelable things. Like this is easy things to trigger you. I think it was already building up. You're already frustrated. You already were looking for like, man, I'm tired of this dude. And
you think that he was trying to find a reason to get him off?
Logan, yes,
Yeah, like
absolutely,
Logan was
absolutely,
trying to find a reason to get
absolutely.
Georgie
What
out.
you like you just
Wow,
said, when
that's
he gets a
crazy.
guest on there, and the guest is like, if he likes the, it's the difference between Logan's guest. If he likes the guest he has on, then he's super like responsive. Like, you know, he's
Mm-hmm.
listening to everything. He's like, okay, he's really in tune with you. He's really vibing with you. He messes with the whole podcast. But when he's like, oh, I'm here to make some money real quick, or I don't really know this guy, it's normally when he doesn't really know the people, but you have him on your podcast anyway. Y'all don't hang. You just maybe listen to one or two songs or see one film, and then you're just like, well, he's popular, he's trending, let's just get him on here. So when you get the guests on here, you don't know what you're talking about. It sounds chill, and then everyone kind of knows. And it's like basic questions. So I'm like, he's asking you, what did you think about Spider-Man? Did you watch it this weekend? Oh no, I didn't. I'm gonna see it though, but it's amazing. It's already, from what I've seen, it's already amazing. And it's like, well, from what you've seen, you didn't see the film yet. But that's the type of, you know, the energy you get off that. You know what I mean? Just because you got somebody who maybe was, who, like, say they voice acted or did something to the film, he's on the podcast, he's gonna easily grease his wheels. Like, dang man, I really love Spider-Man ever since I was a kid, and all the, like, just all this new information you learn from the dudes. It's like that's how they trigger their fans and stuff. It's like fake it till you make it type stuff. And I feel like on every guest though, every single guest, you don't vibe with them. Oh, technical difficulties. But it's, I don't know, it's just, it's a hard thing to look at. Oh, my ice melted in my drink. That's a no-go. But man, do y'all watch this podcast? I just can't. I can't. Respectively, I can't. I'm good. I'm good on both brothers. Like, I just, nah. I don't get it. It's like one wants to box. I don't care. It's like boxing is one of the most, like right now, as far as combat sports, it is not even like, come on, man. It's not even top tier. It's fight. Fighting is always primal. Fighting is instinctual. Fighting is just something that's in you. I like to watch fighting. Now, if Logan Paul or Jake Paul wants to fight, I'm all for that. But they're steady just one-dimensional boxing and not even at a high caliber. Why the F would I care, man?
I mean, Joe Rogan typed up Jake Paul before.
Oh yeah,
the younger
but
brother Joe
Rogan's hyped up so many people that turn out to be, you know what I mean? Joe Rogan's got questionable stuff too. And then lately, I you know, I have a video on Joe Rogan as well with his commentary. It is so biased these days, simply because, man, honestly, man, he's got his mothership that he started. He's got that $100 million Spotify deal, and the UFC is secondary to him. I heard he's only doing like 5 pay-per-views a year or something like that. He doesn't do a lot of pay-per-views, man. If you ever notice it, and then when you hear him fighting, they're not really in tune with the fighters. They don't really know the fighters like they used to, man. Joe Rogan used to know everybody. He even knew what favorite color the fighters are like. Oh, I know his favorite color. Like, he was so in tune with the fighters. Nowadays, it sound like you don't even know what the hell he's talking about. Yeah, he's got great leg kicks. It's like, oh, okay, bro, how many times are you gonna talk about leg kicks? Every single fighter, you talk about leg kicks. It's just like you're reading stat sheets. You don't know the fighters no more. You just got to read what's on the card. Well, Donna Albini, she's got, you know, and then you can tell because when it starts to get high pitched, that's when it's like, come on, you're reading. Well, Nurmagomedov, he got like, it's like, come on, man. I'm not trying to hear that, man. Joe's not in tune anymore. As he shouldn't be because he moved on.
Exactly.
It got other passions. I'm not knocking him, but what I'm saying is there should be other people in that field, but there'd be nobody like Joe. That's the thing.
I think that's part of the problem. It's like, you know, it's just like in Hollywood, you know, they let certain actors, you know, like be the shit till they're about old and decrepit. It's like politicians. They'll let the same person, look at our president, go through and be the same person, old and decrepit, the puppet we need in order to promote what we want. Yeah, and I'm not saying Joe is a puppet. It's just like, Joe, if you're not on, you can't ride the fence. And
He
Joe
does,
rides the fence.
bro.
He
All
rides the fence.
COVID people were
He
mad at
rides
me.
the fence
Well,
so
I'm
bad.
sorry
He's
with
like,
this.
oh, I'm not a Republican. How the fuck you think I'm a Republican? Bro, you're stupid, Joe. You're a Republican, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you think just like a Republican does.
Yes.
That doesn't make you a bad person. That just makes you knowledgeable. If you ain't a Democrat, that's because you think differently than them. That's not a bad thing. And he thinks it's a bad thing. Oh, how dare you think I'm a Republican? It's just, yeah, so like, but Joe also thinks that, you know, smoking weed is also, you know, good for you for the long term. No, it's not. It's never been good for you for the long term. I'm in the process of a live stream. What's up? All right. Yeah, just
well, he can easily say that, but like that's why I don't like Joe Rogan does that. Like he'll tell you, look, you can go start bass fishing company, and you know all you got to do is follow your dreams and start your bass fishing company. It's like that doesn't work for the normal day average person. You know that
the
Joe. Not
9.99 people will
exactly.
never ever see the success you've seen.
Exactly.
Ever.
Not everybody has $100 million to throw around to sit up there and start bass fishing equipment stores and stuff. Joe Rogan, like it's just one of those things.
Yeah, they might love it. That don't mean that they can do it.
That. Like, or no matter where you're at, you're just stifling yourself. And I'm like, all right, tell that to people who live in Alaska. Tell that to people, you know what I mean? Like, it's
but
like
I will say, I think the problem is like, because Joe is not talking to the people. He's not talking to people living in Alaska. He's not talking to people living like that literally don't have a way to get out. He's talking to the people that, you know, are sitting there. Yo, you got to fuck a house. You got to fuck a job. You got a way to live. You tired of being fucking broke? How about make some passive income? I think that's the people he's talking to. I don't think he's talking to like these random people that can't even fucking make a dollar bill because they hunt and fish to eat. You know what I'm saying? I think that the problem is Joe at heart is a liberal, and liberals think that everybody has an equal opportunity. No, they don't. I'm a Republican telling you, and I'm not saying that because of your upbringing or how many moms or how many I'm not saying that because you ain't had no mom. I ain't saying that because you ain't have no dad. I'm not saying that because you live in the hood. I'm not saying that because you live where there's no fucking electricity. I'm saying that because you have to be qualified as an individual in order to make yourself successful. What does that mean? That means a constant drive to succeed. That means a drive to succeed. You want to succeed just as bad as you want to breathe. And I think that's what Joe is trying to, like, that's the audience he's talking about. But because he's such a liberal, he just says, no, everybody can do it. No, everybody cannot do it. Everybody's not built like me. I ain't done it yet, and they're not built like me. Everybody's not built like me yet. I'm willing to sit here and wait a few more years to try and fix my shit and get rich, quote unquote. I'd rather be rich than famous. One of the famous words. And one of them is now dead because one of them sacrificed the other. You heard about that, right?
What?
The Migos shit. You know the one that died, right? I don't remember which one it was.
Takeoff?
Yeah. I think Takeoff was the one that was shot, because of a dice game.
Oh, I don't believe that. Like, if you look at their last video together, you can literally see a contract.
Say it. And what did he say at the beginning of the video? Man, I had a dream about some sticky shit, or he was like some messy shit. He said, "What you mean?" Bro, it was messy, bro. Like shots were fired type shit. And then the next day after that video is announced, he dies. Somebody sacrificed him, bro. Dead ass. I believe that wholeheartedly. Somebody either
this how this shit's been built.
One of the Migos sacrificed Takeoff, and that's bullshit. And they will burn in hell for eternity. And they know who they are. If they ever see this video, I will never respect you.
They've been doing that a lot, man. I even think it goes off PNB Rock. I even think that was just the way that was set up.
Tupac, somebody sacrificed Tupac, in my opinion.
Oh, he had body though. Crazy.
I've heard that Drake sacrificed X, even though he didn't know him. So I don't. All right. So here's the issue. Like this is conspiracy type shit. So we don't want to get too crazy into it. But yeah, it's like everybody knows at this point that the government is not sitting here telling us what to do in our best interest. And if you think that, then you're dumb. Let me rephrase. You
Dude,
are.
The government has our best interest. I hate people like you, bro. The government hasn't done anything to us ever.
That's what I'm saying.
You are
if you
crazy.
think that, no, I never said. I said to those people that think the government has our best interests at heart, you are dumb. Let me rephrase. Let me use a scientific term that you will know. You are retarded.
My girl thinks they're spraying stuff in the air.
You're retarded.
She has this like wild belief that airplanes are spraying stuff in the air and turning the frogs gay. Or the kids gay. Wait, what is it again? They're spraying chemicals. Why? To do something to us. She thinks they're spraying stuff on us.
All right. Here, actually, can I ask you something?
Hmm?
I know this will be what you just said. Have you seen where the jets in the clouds, right? Like they'll fly by and they'll make a jet.
Like a stream?
Yeah, they'll make a stream.
Yeah, like a cloud.
All right, so explain to me why that streak is only active for part of their flight and not all of their flight.
Is that the takeoff? Like, does that have something to do with the takeoff?
No, not at all. I'm saying like when you remember when you used to watch, my dad used to tell me, when I was a kid, because he didn't know either. When jets flew across the sky and they would leave a trail, Dad would say, that's a jet trail. Oh, what? Yeah, that's the trail that jets leaves. When jets fly by, they leave these trails in the sky. So then one day I realized, hey, Dad, you remember that you told me that those are jet trails, right? He said, yeah. I said, how come if it's a jet trail, why is it only over one part of the sky? I could look up and take both of my hands and be like, this is how long it is right here. But the jet is still flying that way. Why is the jet not, making fuel? And this was before I even realized, takeoff might take more fuel. If takeoff took more fuel and why would it only start here, right? Why would it only start here in the sky and end here if it was takeoff?
You ever heard of Bill Cooper?
No, I haven't.
He was a massive conspiracy theorist. He's the one who basically told us about 9/11 before it happened. And then he told us exactly how he was going to die.
Bill Cooper?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue.
He predicted 9/11. He's the guy who predicted
9/11?
Yes. In June June 2001, he had an interview that he did, and he was telling everybody what he was basically saying. Where does Saddam come from? Or not Saddam, but where did Osama bin Laden come from? He's like, it's almost like artificial. Like they just pulled up this guy who's just evil, and they want you to make him seem like he's evil. He does evil things, and it's like, did he do evil things here? And it's like, oh no, he's spying on us. And it's like, if that's all he's doing is spying, right, and not doing anything, what's the evil thing, right? So then they're putting stuff in your head about him, like, oh, he's got terrorist attacks, he's doing all this and stuff, like Al Qaeda and all that, And when that was going down, he's like, they need somebody for you to hate. They absolutely need you for you to hate. So it's like when that stuff was going down, but he said it, and I even showed my girl this, and he said, he's like, when this comes out, he was like, what they're gonna do is that they're gonna kill me. And he was like, they have no choice. And he was like, what they're gonna do is they're gonna send officers to my house, and I'm gonna have to shoot one of them. Thus, they're gonna have to shoot me. And that's exactly what happened to him. And this was a month or so after 9/11 broke. After the whole thing broke and that stuff went down, just like he said in that interview, he was killed exactly that way. When you look up his stuff, that's exactly how it went down. Officers responded, went to his house, and then he brandished the weapon, shot one of them, killed him, I think, and then they killed him. It's just like the dude who found out, like, hey, you can run cars on water. And then they poisoned him, And he runs
I
out to
was
his
just
brother
about.
like,
I was
they
just about to say
poisoned me.
that.
They poisoned me. I'm like,
I was
bro,
just
like,
about to say that.
that is some wild stuff. Like he made a car. But remember that 70s show? They used to make that runoff gag joke. Fiber optic coolant, and it runs on water, man. Like, right? Like, remember they used to make that joke. Like, I feel like there was this technology all the time, and then somebody comes across it, like, would be they build it up. Engineers do it all the time. They figured out, like, wait, it's not something that hasn't been done before, is what I'm saying. I think there's been car on water, but they keep killing these dudes. Like, right? Anytime there's somebody enough to get up, who's base enough to get these things to help us out, like windmills and all this other stuff. Like, there's
windmills
been
ain't
windmills.
helping nobody out.
But I'm saying there's been windmills. Windmills been doing things for centuries. They've been doing stuff.
Not anything significant. No. Nope.
Exactly. Like solar things is cool. Stuff being run and powered by the sun is amazing. And
yeah, but nothing significant. Never anything significant. As soon as it's significant, it's like you said, they kill them off.
Crazy.
They kill them, and that's the issue. It's like,
but that's what the sacrifices with the music is too.
Yep, it's just the exact same thing.
I feel like it's the same thing that happened to Aaliyah, right? She boards the plane unconscious. She didn't want to go on the plane. They gave her pills. They boarded the plane, and then that plane stayed in the air for 2 minutes and fell. They already knew what was going to happen. All passengers died, right? Then the guy collects $90 million, and that $90 million, what she would have been worth in over 10 to 13 years. So they already get the money now versus waiting 10 to 13 years.
Exactly.
So
and now they can go on about their business. Been doing.
Rap no longer is that stuff you want to be, the entertainment genre you want to be. You think about it, it's the most popular music genre in the world. Why? For that reason. Because music, what people just don't understand is, like, music is a control system. It really sends you messages. It really gives you those feelings. It does. It's one of the craziest things. It really can mind control you in a way. Like, it's wild how music can control you like that, And I feel like when the stars are bigger than life, like, think about it. Michael Jackson was more Googled than Jesus himself.
That's a great bro. That's a great example.
You know what I mean?
Look at Michael Jackson. Look at how they did him. That man didn't want to be white.
But they do it. The parents do it too.
That's what I'm saying.
They turn him to a eunuch.
Exactly. Money and fame corrupts the best of us. And that dude was a child, and money and fame corrupted his parents to push it. That man was never wanting to be white. He did it for the fans, bro. He did it because he was a part of an agenda. If he wasn't a part of it, his parents were. It's sad, man. Michael Jackson was such a bro. I love little Michael, bro. I love old Michael. Like, when he was white, bro. Like, his voice never changed. He was still him, but he was always controlled by them people, man.
But I ain't even just them. It's the wild stuff. Like, you look at Britney Spears going crazy, shaving her head. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why Orlando. They want you to make it seem like Orlando Brown's crazy. They want to make you seem like Cat Williams is crazy.
Yeah, Cat ain't crazy. Dave Chappelle ain't crazy. They're not crazy.
Oh yeah, Dave is one of the most based comics we have right now.
And look what he did. He left, right? Because he knew what was happening. Then he came back and realized, I need some money.
$50 million ain't worth it.
Yeah, but then he came back and said, then he came back from Africa, right? Had no money. What'd he do? He got with the agenda. Dave, you're a sellout, Dave. You're a sellout. You were one of my top tier actors. I think personally you were one of the funniest black actors, if not the most funniest black actor / actor in general in America, in the world. And then you sold out as soon as you came back from Africa, bro. You talking about George Floyd, when that man was a fucking, bro, he was nothing but a criminal. And you like, they killed him. It's like, bro, you're promoting they killed him, but you act like he was a hero. Who was the hero?
I'm not saying you have to be a hero's agent. I'm not a hero, but you publicly murdering people in the streets.
And I agree that was not wrong, but I'm not saying it wasn't wrong.
What I'm saying is, like,
I'm not making a whole.
No, what I'm saying is, if it wasn't a cop, this whole big ordeal, I don't think would be happening like that. It would have just been two people fighting. But if he was a barber, I don't think this would be this big.
You see it
because he's a cop, but it's because they're cops. They're here
Yep.
to protect and serve. That's what makes it so scary.
and that's why they
it
want
lets
to
me know if
portray
it
this
can happen
image.
to him, it can happen to me.
Exactly.
Because I don't know. People don't know your criminal history. They didn't know Floyd's criminal history. They just watched the man die in front of their face. I don't need to know his criminal history to know I just saw a murder. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like that stuff is crazy wrong, man. You shouldn't believe.
Terribly wrong.
What was his name? They shot that dude in front of his wife and children.
Yeah, I know.
Like they killed dude for jogging. Like, right, you know what I mean? Like this stuff happened, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, well, it's there. We don't kill each other for jogging. We don't kill each other for wearing colors. We don't kill each other for, you know what I mean? It happens.
Wait, you definitely kill each. Wait. You talking about just people in general?
No, I'm saying I'm like that. This is what I mean. Like they make it seem like it's an attack, like race based.
Yeah,
and people kill. It's what they report. People, we be killing each other every day. Just because it could be one of those. I divorced my wife. I'm no longer with her, but she still talks about me. I still got this. I still got that, and that pisses off her new boyfriend. So then he wants smoke with me. So now, like when I confront him about doing something to my kids, he wants to kill me. Or I confront him about doing, or she calls me one day, he put his hands on me. That's got nothing to do with me. So she comes to my house, like, and I'm like, here, just stay here for tonight. We'll work everything out. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Then he comes and shoots us all up. Like, it happens, bro. It's not just race based. It's just people. Yeah. It's people.
It's people.
You give people guns. You give people who shouldn't have guns. It's not even a race thing, but you just give people who shouldn't have guns, man.
It's not about giving people that, like, the guns don't kill people. The people do. You can't you can't.
Well, the guns be killing, bro. The guns
don't kill people.
Shit,
guns
bullets do. Bullets be killing.
Bullets don't kill people. You have to fire that bullet before you can kill somebody.
It could be accidental though. Hair triggers.
I mean, okay, been accidental, but I mean, yeah, but that's far and few in between.
Well, I've been seeing many cases where you're not even trying to shoot people at like gun ranges. What's that?
I'm sorry, I was talking about, bro. But it's like my thing is, at the end of the day, you know, it's just like in the UK. You could take guns away from people. You know, that's not gonna stop crime. Now you got people getting shanked in the streets because they ain't got guns to use. It's like, I would rather get shot than get shanked by a knife. I'm sorry. That's just me. Gun ain't doing it. It's the people. The people are the ones killing people. People kill people. Guns don't kill people.
Yeah, I'm not saying gun. What I'm saying is I agree with you. It takes a dummy to shoot the gun.
There you go. That is a perfect example. It only takes a dummy to sit here and say, yo, I can take his life.
We'll be literally live tomorrow.
Don't matter. That's a
Watch
dummy.
It every Tuesday, Thursday.
A quote unquote dumbass. It's like, man. All right.
No,
so
Jamie Foxx is done. Right?
What's wrong with Jamie?
Jamie, like they keep reporting Jamie's okay. Now they're reporting Jamie is deaf and blind.
What happened?
They're killing Jamie. They're killing
what happened?
Jamie Foxx. I don't know, bro. Like we got something from his kid saying that he was in the hospital. You know, this was in April, and then that whole month of April, you get no type of what's going on with Jamie. She comes back and says he's doing good, and then the next day he's not doing good, and then now it's a decline every time we're hearing stuff, but we don't get to hear or see him. He was just playing basketball. He was just fine. So I'm just like, this is the process they go through. This is the stuff they do. They're getting rid of Jamie, man. It's crazy.
Man, if they get rid of Jamie,
and that man was probably one of the best actors ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a triple threat. He could sing.
He can sing. He's an actor. Yes, thank you.
He did everything, man.
Y'all better not take, bro. If y'all take Jamie away, y'all gonna realize that people gonna catch on to y'all bullshit. Just know that.
But they're saying, oh, it's you know, it's the the vid. Is one of those, and I'm like, nah, man, that's not that. That's not that, man. That's not that.
There should be anything wrong with Jamie. Jamie's what, 50?
Jamie's 55.
He's 55? Really?
Yeah, he's gotta be like 55.
Jamie's my dad.
Black
that's crazy,
man. Black don't crack, man. He's gotta be like 50 something.
But still, like, there should be nothing wrong with him, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like,
he works out. He plays basketball. He's in phenomenal shape. That's what it's like.
There should
where's
be nothing wrong with him.
Remember DeMar Hamlin?
Yeah,
he just died on the field. Literally died on the field.
Yeah,
Then they put that Photoshopped of him in the bed. You can clearly see it's Photoshopped. The hand doesn't line up with his body. Like the eyes look so eerie, as if someone opened them. Like it's just some crazy stuff that goes on with this stuff. Like, but when I think is, I don't believe in coincidence. What I think is what's happening is what's always been happening.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Like they've been doing this stuff. They're gonna keep doing it. You know.
All right.
There could be some vampires out here for real.
Hey, listen, we don't. Hey, that's for next podcast. We can't talk about the vampires yet. I got a whole segment on that.
Yeah.
All right. So for the next topic, hey, listen, we got to talk about FaZe Clan, bro. My question to you before we start, before we get into the FaZe Clan, how do you feel about FaZe Clan just in general? Isn't that like the supposed like top tier gaming platform that if somebody wanted to be a gamer and was invited by a gaming corporation, you would want to join FaZe? Or am I, talking out of pocket?
I don't know, because every time my kids watch FaZe, they're filling their pool up with balloons and stuff. So I thought that was FaZe. They're flying on mattresses. They're doing like build, destroy, build stuff. They're pranking. That's what I thought FaZe was. And then I seen a FaZe guy box. So then I'm like, wait, they box now? The only FaZe I know is Replays, and he's amazing. He plays Fortnite phenomenal. Like he does really good Fortnite stuff. That's how I know that FaZe. I don't know if he's part of their group or he does the same thing they do. I don't know, but I just know a FaZe Replays. That's it.
That makes sense because I did like.
Oh, there's a Jarvis, but he boxed. Like I said, he boxed. So I don't know if it's the same guy.
I remember FaZe Jarvis. No, like if his name has FaZe FaZe in front of it, he was a part of FaZe Clan.
I'll show you who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so people know.
Pull it up. I was under the impression, when I learned about FaZe, that FaZe Clan was a corporation that did gaming and gaming alone. And I don't watch competitive gaming unless it's for a game I play. So I didn't give a shit about FaZe Clan. But apparently FaZe Clan.
Oh, they throwing up gang signs. Look at this shit. They throwing up gang. Look at it. He throwing up the F. He throwing up the L.
That's for FaZe.
Yo, they gonna get hurt. Doing that stupid stuff. They gonna get hurt, bro. In the wrong place. And he got a bandana on?
I agree.
Oh, man, bro. FaZe, bro. In the wrong place, you gonna get caught.
When was his last video? Go to videos.
But see, he does shit like this. He'll do 22 kills with just one gun. He'll use a pistol the whole game and kill everybody. He'll do 32 kills. He'll go into solos by himself. But not solos. He'll go in squads by himself and kill every single player and everyone in it.
So that means
one pistol.
All right, so that proves what I thought FaZe was just a straight gaming thing. I didn't know that FaZe like did extra bullshit. FaZe was supposed to be a gaming channel, like I remember.
They also did a comic book Batman.
You seen FaZe?
No.
Oh, you know who FaZe is though?
Ask him who FaZe Clan is.
It's a gaming community?
No, ask him who's FaZe Clan.
Who's FaZe Clan?
FaZe Clan is the entire organization, I think.
Okay.
But I know like a couple of names, like FaZe Jarvis and
there you go. Who you said?
That's about it.
My daughter watches them, and I'm telling you, they
he
do some
said
weird
the same
stuff.
person you said. That's top tier. That's top tier.
I'm telling you, man, they do the same stuff. Where I never seen Replay. They all live in this big house. I know that. I never seen Replays participate in that stuff they be on. He just be gaming. You know what I'm talking about? So it might just be. You heard of FaZe, right? You heard of FaZe, right? FaZe. Who's FaZe? Who's that?
Face rug.
Face rug or FaZe rug?
FaZe.
FaZe rug.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I don't know who
YouTuber that has like a lot of followers.
What does he do?
He stunts. Basically.
Stunts. See, there's different people who do. Yeah, this dude do stunts. Let me see.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
see, he eating food and all this. He ain't even gaming. So it's like a collective of people.
Yeah. So all right. So it is a collective group of people. But at first, it was just a gaming corporation. It was literally just everybody played games. That's why the guy Jarvis right here up above you, if you scroll up a little bit, you'll see your boy Faze Jarvis. That's the guy you was talking about.
Yeah.
That's Faze Jarvis. You see the check mark? That's Faze Jarvis. But he took Faze out of his name because either he is no longer a part of Faze or because he don't like how they're operating. Dead ass. So the point, the only reason I was asking was because I don't know if you know, but Faze Clan is losing a F ton of money, bro. So much money that you've got people from the original Faze Clan that are still a part of the game, still, you know, getting money from Faze Clan, saying, yo, you don't need these people invited. Here, let me share my screen so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Share screen. Entire screen, share. Now, whenever you could see it, share my screen. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Because Faze Clan right now is going through a what do you call it? It's not like a sabotage or anything, but it's like basically Faze Clan and the main members are blaming, all right, because the company is losing hella profits. They're like shit, 100%, 500%, something like that. Anywhere from, they are out here like losing profit bad, like so bad that it's making people like Faze Clan take to Twitter. So,
damn it.
What they do?
Oh.
yeah, you got it right. You got it right. So, you know, now I don't know. Did you hear about Faze Clan making Snoop Dogg one of their members?
I'm gonna be surprised, bro. Snoop Dogg's a veteran. Snoop Dogg has a Purple Heart. Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm thinking? Look, this might sound crazy, right? But I think Snoop Dogg is a time traveler. I think there's a certain amount of people in the world that have the technology and they're able to time travel. And I think it's some of the most powerful people, like Trump. I think there's some other people I feel like they're time travelers. They've done this, they've seen this stuff. They try to rebuild it in their image and ways. Because if you go back in history, why is there certain things like, you know, like your haircut, for instance, somebody could have got that haircut in 1700, right? And you're thinking to yourself, like, how does somebody have my haircut, a 2023 haircut in 1700? You know what I mean? Like, there's ways of things that's happening. Like what was that hot tub time machine where he went back and Google was him? That's what I think people are doing, man.
All right. I will be the first to take. All right. So like
Steve Jobs is dead. He left.
I feel like personally, you know, because, you know, since we are going to get back on conspiracies real quick, I do see the validity in it 100%, you know, because I'm a Christian and hold on.
I'd vote for Snoop Dogg. Let me tell you something about that. Okay.
I
would absolutely too, because like a lot of people think like just Trump. Look, man, Trump put money in pockets. Trump tried to lower things. Trump tried to like make actual changes, unbeknownst to people. Like they really he said some stupid stuff, but he's an entertainer, dude. He was, you know what I mean? He's not a political guy.
He's a businessman. He's not an entertainer. Tycoon, he's a businessman. Bro. Yeah, he's a tycoon. A businessman.
He's not gonna be politically correct. He's gonna say some awful stuff. They always do. They're business tycoons. They step on you. This is what they do. You know, they like. You know what I mean? You know, if you have enough money, you can touch your box. You know what I mean? And you can. If you have enough, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you got enough money, you can touch the box. I just don't
get how are you secretly taping somebody saying something that's, you know, that's factual and his
because
life,
that's how women get money. Women need money.
But what I'm saying is
women.
They'll do that and they'll give you something that's factual in his life. I'm not saying it's yours, but in his life, with enough money, he can do what he does. And it was just like, you know, that's bad. But he did a lot of, you know, some good stuff for everybody. He tried to put more entrepreneur people out there. He tried to put more businesses.
Preach to the people that ain't.
Then, you know, he tried to put more money in pockets. And then when CVID was going down, you know what I mean? He was doing his thing, you know, the last 2 years, you know what I mean? But it's just like, I hate this, like, the stigma of like, where he was horrible. It really messed this nation up. And it's like, oh, that's what's messing this nation up. You know what I mean?
You like Biden? You like the guy that can't even formulate a normal fucking sentence? You love Biden, don't you? Oh, you don't like Biden? Then shut the fuck up. Give me Trump. Bitch, at least he's a business executive and knows how to get our fucking country out of debt. Thank you.
But you had a Biden shirt, though. I swear you had a
You're
Biden
a liar.
shirt.
You'll go to hell for that.
Yeah.
I've never had one of those. You'll go to hell for that.
But you know his wife's name, bro. Like,
no, I don't. All I know is Miss Biden, and she gonna burn in hell just like the rest of her damn family for allowing the U.S. government to put their fucking father through this bullshit when he got Alzheimer's. Like,
I heard his son's on that stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Hunter
that
is.
thrack.
I'm
sure, you know, with a C though.
Hunter's on. I'm sure Hunter is on everything that you could think of. He got that.
Bro, you know what he reminds me of? Tom
C.
Hanks's kid, Chet. You know, not the other one, not the one that does like good acting, but Chet Hanks, the one who dates black chicks, who wants to rap. You know what I mean? Like Chet Hanks, bro. There's always that one son.
Listen here,
Chet Hanks is amazing, though. Like I'd rather be more interested in what Chet Hanks is doing than the other Hanks. I don't care. I don't care what the other Hanks is doing. Get out of here. I don't care what movie he's in or what he's starring in. Vibing Lit be trapping on air. Like, that's some Scooby-Doo shit.
Hunter is the ultimate Scooby-Doo villain. That's what people don't realize. Like, bro, man is actually dressed up in a ghost costume with holes cut out for his eyes after he does smoke crack, and he actually thinks he's a ghost.
I wanted to ask you this.
What's up?
How base do you think? Oh no, man. How woke do you think Velma was?
Oh, the black Velma?
Yeah.
The black Velma is, you know, where there is no Scooby-Doo, which makes like no reason for you to even make Velma. That show itself is as woke as the whitest liberal piece of shit on the planet. Like, if you could show me a person that was as woke as the Velma show, that person would not exist. There is no black woman that talks like that. And if they do,
well, I think she was Indian, right? Wasn't she Indian?
No, she was black.
She was black on there?
She was black and Indian. She was mixed. I think.
I'm
pretty sure she was mixed. So she could, because
oh, I want to tell you about that too before we get into that.
Okay, go ahead.
Finish your thing.
All I was gonna say was the woman. All right, so you know how Velma looked in the cartoon, right? You know the actor that looks exactly like her that voiced her?
Mindy Kaling?
Yeah, Mindy. She's a racist bitch.
Right?
She's a racist
bitch. She has a white daughter. What do you mean?
I don't give a fuck. She's racist as fuck because
a white child.
She made that show. That show was only made because she was the voice actor. That makes her.
That's based.
She wrote the script. She wrote the script. She is as racist as they come. She just don't like white people, and she's bought into this fucking hate thing that, all white people hate black people. That shit it's not true.
She's banging white. What are you talking about?
Bro, look at Mindy.
She likes your people, bro.
No, she doesn't. The only reason she only likes to fuck my people.
There you go.
She's a thought. That means she's a thought, bro. Just because you can fuck my race don't mean that you like my race. Fuck out of here, you dumb bitch. Like, she's a piece of shit.
You want her
100%.
You want her.
I will get on national television and call her a bitch. Because that's what she is. She's a racist bitch. Because she wrote, you know that she had
you know how woke that show was? Let me tell you something, right?
It was
everybody
so woke that
responded,
I
right? When she told everybody, look, the only reason you were watching Scooby-Doo is because Velma was solving the crimes. No one else was solving those crimes but Velma, man.
Wait. So you telling me
you sitting to tell me Scooby solved it?
You sitting, but you about to sit here and tell me that I watched that show just to get the mystery solved?
Well, I mean, not like that.
But that's my point.
That's the main goal of the show, is to see unmask
the main goal.
The person.
The main goal of Dragon Ball was Goku to defeat his enemy. Does that make people love Goku? No, it's the way he does it. It's the way the show is written. It's not the end goal that justifies the means. It is the show that justifies the show's existence. If the show is shit, it doesn't deserve to exist. That's what I'm saying.
Is it still on air?
Now, to be fair,
He got a second season.
I will admit you're right. It is still on air, but I will also admit that it is one of the worst, if not the worst, Rotten Tomato scores in history. It's like
I don't think it'll go far. But let's switch up titles.
Yeah,
we'll go back to her one day. But,
all right, so
but my thing with Miles Morales, I want to talk this real quick, but apparently Dr. Umar Johnson was very upset about Miles Morales hooking up with Gwen Stacy, feeling that Miles Morales is black and Gwen Stacy is white. Mm-hmm. And they share passionate, intimate kisses and all this lovey-dovey stuff. But which in one universe they do get together and they have a child. So I think he'll be livid if he finds that out. But also, I don't think Dr. Umar knows that Miles is half Puerto Rican as well. I don't think he knows that.
I think the issue is it's not a matter of oh, well, this person's white, this person's black, or this person has lighter skin, this person has darker skin. The issue is why are they this? It's never been done in the comics where Miles and Gwen have been together. It's never been done. So why
it's in
make
the universe?
It's not in the comics. The comics is where all this originated. Why are you changing it? I think that's the issue why people are upset. Personally,
but one universe they did have it like that to where Gwen fathered his child.
And nobody bought that issue. Nobody bought it, and that's why it has yet. That's why it will. All right. So my thing is, I have no problem with a black person and a white person getting together, regardless if it's black man, white man, with a black woman, white girl. I have no. I don't.
You shouldn't, because if Star Lord can have sex with Gamora, why not?
Exactly. Yeah. Because I don't care personally, but I can agree with people that you're going out of your way to make all right, so how many Gwen Stacy's dated a black man in the comics?
There's only one universe.
Oh, but how many Gwen Stacy's are there?
There's like 1,000.
A fuck ton. So why do you pick the one that dates a black man to make the movie off of? I think that is the issue. It's not that, the normal is, yeah, Gwen Stacy dates Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy dates the regular Spider-Man, or just, the issue is they picked the one instance where there is a black man dating a white woman. Because I'll be the first to tell you, because you black, I'm white, and I'll be the first to tell you, it annoys me when I see a white man falling in love with a black woman. Why does it annoy me? Not because there is a racial issue, but because I don't find black women attractive. Oh, that's racist. How is that racist? Let me explain why I don't find black women attractive. Because they're fucking overbearing. They're fucking obnoxious. They're masculine as fuck. And I'm sitting here going, listen, I just want a woman to fucking cook my food for me.
It's not all. That's not all.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. And you're absolutely right. Not all black women are like that. I don't want y'all to think that. But I will be the first to say 9 out of 10 black women are exactly like that. And that's why I could be, it's all good. You can make Batman black. I'm not gonna make a fuss about it. It's just I know how times are at this point.
I don't care about that. I mean, Jon Stewart, Green Lantern. Who cares?
Jon Stewart should be black. 100%. He should always be black.
I don't know,
man. Jon Stewart should always be black. Just like, what's the first one? Hal? No, that's
Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan.
Hal
Jordan should always be white, and the other one should be black every fucking time, because they're two different Green Lanterns, and they both hold great fucking stories together. I don't think you should change something that's not. Why would you change something? All right, so. I feel like at the end of the day.
Did you have a problem with Mermaid?
No. I had the only issue I had with it is just it wasn't realistic. I mean, no black people living under the sea. That's not even realistic.
It's not about being.
If you're gonna change, hear me out. If you're gonna change something,
saying if it's going for realism, if you're in that area,
mm-hmm.
and you would be darker living in that area.
No, you wouldn't. Not at all.
And being under the sea.
Not at all. Not at all.
Your
Because
hair would be matted and nasty,
maybe your hair is
filled with
matted.
algae.
Maybe.
It's like there's
maybe.
like your skin would be completely different, man.
But your skin ain't fucking black. It ain't. At best,
In
it
the
ain't
sun?
white. At best, it ain't white. At best, it ain't white. It's some
But that's
grotesque version.
if she's white.
No,
though.
no, it's some grotesque version of what's real. If we was gonna talk about real mermaids don't look appealing
But
at all.
mermaids aren't real though.
I agree.
So you can make it anything you want.
That's not true. No, because the mermaid was white with red head. So why do you off rip try to cast a black actor with red hair? Why? Answer that.
For the movie.
No, it's not for the
Black
movie.
Adam's not black. But they
Black
cast
Adam's
the Rock.
never been bad. Black
Okay,
Adam's never
why
been black.
cast the Rock?
Because Black Adam is a tanned individual. He's actually
No.
Egypt-ish.
You just said that before earlier. It's just the same with Mermaid. Why cast the Rock?
All right, so why
Black
cast
Adam's not
then why
African
cast
American.
then why cast a black woman when Ariel has always been white? Black
When?
Adam has always been tanned, never been black. But
not black.
the Rock is not black. He's never been black.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
He's black as Samoan.
He's Hawaiian at best. At
Black
best.
as Samoan.
Black. Okay, so all right.
Came from black nuts.
So if they would have cast Rihanna, as Ariel, do you think it would have been just as good? Because she's half white, half black.
She has better skin.
No, not in my opinion. Because
She has way better
no
skin.
redheaded white woman is black. She is as pale skinned as possible. They are doing everything in their power to try and force this shit down our throat.
I
That is
don't
the
think
issue.
so. I think
To
there's
me-
been going on in Hollywood for a very long time. There's been swapping characters for the very longest time.
But would you say that they're only? All right. So here's my thing, though. Would you say they're only? Before the last 20 years, right? We look in the past, right? Would you say that they're whitewashing characters?
Not really, no.
No. All right. So you wouldn't say? You remember the movie Gods of Egypt or whatever it was called, where it had the guy from 300, the Scottish guy, and he played an Egyptian. Would you say that was whitewashing, or do you remember that movie?
Gods of Egypt, I heard about it.
It was basically like
A lady was upset because the dude's not Egyptian, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck if he's not Egyptian. They're not good actors. I care about the acting. If they're good,
but listen,
what makes a difference?
I don't have to sit here and tell you that you couldn't find a white actress that looked better than the black actress that played Ariel in the actual movie. You can't tell me you couldn't find a better one. I'm sorry.
If you can get a good actress, what difference does it make?
But I don't think that she was a good actress.
Catwoman's not black, but she was black, and it didn't bother me. It's acting.
It doesn't bother me that Ariel is black, and I don't think it bothers people that Ariel is black.
Well, look how hard you were
like
defending it.
Well, it's because you're missing the point. The point is not that the actor is black. It's the point is they're trying to like change act. All right, so what is your favorite black actor?
It used to be Will Smith.
Okay, all right. So we used to be Will Smith. That's it. All
Terrence
right,
Howard and
let's say name your favorite black superhero. How about that? That's actually a better one. Name your favorite black superhero. Just if you can. Name your favorite black superhero.
Black Panther.
Do you think
He's one of the smartest men in the world?
Exactly.
He has his own Wakandan, own country, island, whatever you want to call it, own civilization, money.
Yep. Better technology than the rest of the world has.
I'm telling you, man.
Would it be wrong for them? Would it be wrong for them to make all of Wakanda white?
They tried.
No,
they colonized it.
No, they didn't.
They colonized it.
No, they didn't.
They called them colonizers.
Look in the movie. I'm talking about Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood.
I'm talking about Hollywood.
Well,
I'm not talking about the comics. I'm talking about Hollywood. Would it be right for Hollywood to make every Wakandan white? Is that right? when the comics have never portrayed Wakandans as anything other than black. Not African Americans, but black. Is that fair? Is that right?
They can do whatever they want. It's Hollywood, bro. It's a depiction, though.
But that is why people are upset. They're not upset because they can just change whoever they want. They're upset because
bro, we never even be used to, like, they used to be, motherfuckers used to do blackface. You know what I mean? People used to do blackface.
But that's my point. But no, bro. All right, so no, I don't. I'm white. You could do whiteface. It's not hurtful to me because I don't give a fuck. I would never give a fuck.
That's crazy because back then it was way different, man.
Is it what is crazy
to me? They're making fun of you. They're making fun of you.
Oh, well, it's making fun of me. Yet
they're making fun of your race, your people, the people you live with, your loved ones.
Yeah, the actors are getting paid and they're doing it, and they're the ones that allow that shit to happen.
We're not doing that now, though. Like, that's not. No one's making fun of you. No one's making fun of you like that.
No one was
doing that.
No. They've made fun of white, but look at Django.
They wouldn't even hire black actors. Hold up. Look at Django. White actors and then blackface.
Look at Django. You think that it was easy for Leonardo DiCaprio to just come on screen and call, like, he had to, like, all the hard R scenes that he had, supposedly he had to, like, do that shit in one day because he just couldn't say the hard R. He was getting paid money, but he just couldn't say the hard R. He couldn't say it. It hurt too many people's feelings. Listen, back in the day, nobody give a fuck about your feelings. And that's the issue. Nowadays, people aren't mad that the Ariel is black. People are mad that the fucking Hollywood is shoving the shit down their throats. We don't give a shit if she's black. Why are you blackwashing every fucking white character we have?
Wow.
How?
Who? Every white character.
What black princess do you know? You got Princess and the Frog, and she's black. Frog. Name one black princess.
Whatever Esmeralda is. Was she a princess?
No, she's not. No, Esmeralda, that's not a princess. No. Name one black princess in the history of the world.
There's been many black princesses, bro.
Then name one.
There's been princes, kings, and all that.
Name a prince.
You want me to Google something for you?
Yeah. Google it. Yeah, just name me one Google princess. Okay. Name me one African American or African princess. And if you name her, follow her tree line and see if she got put in slavery by her own fucking people. What I'm saying is Hollywood and the government in America is going out of their way to try and make this shit about race when it was never about race. It was always about, we're watching. We see y'all. Y'all are whitewashing actors to try and make them black just to please the black community. That's not going to help the black community. It never would, and it never will. You're trying to pit us all against.
You don't know that. You're not in the community. You don't know that.
So how did Ariel? The black Ariel with red? No, I'm asking you, Mr. Black Man. How did Ariel help you? How did Ariel make you feel better about your quote-unquote injustice that you, your mom, nor your grandmother never suffered from? How would that make you feel better? How would it make you feel better if you saw more black actresses or actors?
It'd feel good to see your face out there, to see your people out there.
Damn, that's racist as fuck, because as soon as I say you all look the same,
how's
that's
that racist?
But you said
it feels good to see your people out there.
No, you said to see your face. No, you said it feels good to see your face.
A familiar face. Someone who looks like you. It feels good. Yes, it does.
Oh, so what does that mean? That means they're catering to you.
Okay, I want my face out there. I want familiar faces out there. You guys are out there
even
all
if
day.
That costs,
I don't understand the thing.
Even if that costs the country that you live in to topple over itself and fucking die, that makes no sense to me. I'm not here for white people.
Don't put that on top of movies. What are you talking about?
No. It's not just about movies. Hollywood and the government are the same fucking entity. They are the same entity. I don't look at race.
I think you do,
shit.
bro. I really think you do, bro.
You may,
really think
you may, but I can notice when people are trying to put a wool over my eyes, and I'm not gonna sit here and just blindly say, oh well, it's okay to have a black Ariel. Yeah, I mean that's cool. I mean you could do it, but I see what y'all are trying to divide the white and black community so we fight amongst each other. I can see what they're doing. It's not.
Well, they've been doing it, but it's not even media doing that. That stuff's been happening for hundreds of years. What do you mean?
How do you mean?
It's always been divided.
I'm sorry.
That was, what, 1960?
Wait, so do black lives matter? Do black lives matter?
Yes.
Do other lives matter?
Yes.
Then you don't believe in the media. You're on my side.
Media? No, I believe in some media. Some coverages are true.
Like what? Name one.
Name one coverage that's true.
Name one. One coverage.
Weather.
That's not true. They can't.
Weather's not true.
They can't. No, they can't even make.
Okay, well, I don't even understand. I can't do it.
Do you see what I'm saying, bro? All right, chat. Do y'all see what I'm saying? I'm sitting here telling this man, look, they're trying to divide us. Yeah, he goes, nah, they not trying to divide us. It's not the media. Custom, they're trying to divide us. That's what it is.
Nah, man.
They make these. All right. So why would you whitewash or blackwash characters? Why couldn't you just keep them the same as they were? Why?
It's not just a blackwash. They do Asians. They do many races like this.
So why do it? So why do it? So why?
Because I guess they want their people, just like I said earlier, they probably want to represent their people out there, man. See, especially in the Hollywood space. Some people want to be in Hollywood.
Nope. All right. See, that's where you're. All right. Listen, we are the best of friends, and I'm here to tell you, you are wrong as can be.
Then I'll stop talking. Like, what's the point of keep talking if I'm just gonna be wrong, bro?
All right.
I'm trying to share my opinion with a healthy conversation, and now I'm wrong on everything I say, bro. Go ahead, man. Do your thing.
You're right. I'm not trying to disrespect you. You're right. Listen, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day,
you can. You're white. You can.
But see, like, all right. So I know I don't take offense to that, like, at all. You know,
for the fans, you know, your people are dominating, man.
But do you see how you're talking? Do you see how you're talking, though?
I'm not trying to get on your nerves, man. I don't want you to attack me. I don't want you to hurt me. I got a healthy family. I don't want nothing to happen to that, bro. One phone call from you and that shit shuts down, bro. I don't want that to happen. I apologize for anything I did to you tonight or what I've said to you throughout the years. I sincerely apologize. I don't want to be attacked. You have two people at your house right now. You know, I don't want to be doxxed.
No, they're gone. He left.
He's coming straight here. I know it. I'm sorry. All right. You send him my address. I can't believe this. Like,
it's hard to have a real conversation with him, bro. Like, all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the government nor Hollywood wants me and you to be friends because you are white and I am black. Because if me and you understand that they're trying to pit us against each other.
Couldn't that be just through raising people? People are raised like that. Like, there's literally
who is raised like that?
Clan members are raised like that. They're raised to be segregated from people. They're raised to hate certain people for their skin. KKK or Aryan race. There's other groups and organizations. I don't have pamphlets.
All right, so I'll make it quick. Listen, I live in the South where that shit should be prevalent, correct? You know,
I would want some media coverage to know that my local doctor is a member. I would really want some media coverage on that, but there's none. I'm getting this man, and my life is in his hands, knowing damn well he hates me, what I stand for, my people, my race. Like, it's horrible to know that.
So you think it's just that white people hate black people? That's what you think?
No.
So why are you making it about white people versus black people in the
because
KKK?
You said us, me and you. You're white, I'm black. That's what you did earlier. You made it about us.
But if it's us, that
and
means
all your questions are on white and black.
No, if it's just about us, then I mean me and you, not my white brethren, quote unquote, me and you. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm talking about just me and you. I don't see color, but I see every distinction in between. You can't sit here and tell me that when Lil Wayne sits here and says, I don't know what racism you talk about, yet you sit here and tell me about racism, it just falls upon deaf ears, bro. Because I would be the first to say, oh well, because if racism truly existed, where is the racism against me? Since I am a straight white male, and I would be the first to get the hate because I'm a straight white male in this day and age in society. I've never seen it, and you could say, oh well, that's because you're white, but if I say, well, the only reason you think that is because you're black, doesn't that make me racist?
Well, let me ask you something less, right?
Right.
You used to use the N-word, right? You don't anymore.
Who?
Say you used to use the N-word, right? You don't anymore, right?
Yeah.
Why you stop?
Specifically
If you
because
don't think it's racist or anything.
Specifically because I don't want you nor anybody that's involved with me to be involved with something that other people would think is racist. So
without me, you would use it still. It's still good to use. It's still
no, not at all.
So why?
Not at all. But all right, specifically because of one reason. This is the internet. I grew up saying the N-word not because I was racist or because I was only around white people, but because I grew up around nothing but black people, and I could walk into the locker room and go, "What's up, my nigga?" Nobody would bat an eye. They respected the dog shit out of me like you do. But even though you respect me and you will allow me to say it, that doesn't mean that anybody else in the chat is going to allow me to say that, which means I have to quit saying it. That's the only reason I stopped. No other reason.
All right. I'll give you that example. This is a good example, right? Mm-hmm. Would you stop using the Straggit word?
Yeah, I'll stop using that too. 100%. If that limits the growth of my channel or any channel I'm a part of, yes, I will.
All right. Let me hit you one more.
Okay.
Using them, they, or their, whatever appropriate pronouns. You got to use those.
I got to use them.
It's the same way, right? It's the same way as the N-word.
I got to use them.
Straggit.
It's different because I don't have to. All right. You're asking me not to say a word and then comparing it to me not.
I'm not telling you not to say a word. You said don't say the word. I don't want to offend people and stuff, right? So if that's your logic, you don't want to offend people.
If you weren't there,
why not use them or they?
If it wasn't, if it was just me, I wouldn't give a shit. But I have dedicated myself to something me and you were doing. I've dedicated myself to something me, Fleetboy, and Rose are doing. I've dedicated myself to just, trying to be entertaining. And I don't want people to be turned off just because, oh, well, he could be racist. He could be a homophobic. So all I do is say, I just won't say it. Now, if you're asking me to say something that I don't agree with, no, I'm not doing that. I will refuse to not say something in order to make money, but I'm not going to say something just to make money. I will keep my mouth shut to make a buck. But I'm not gonna say something that I don't agree with. To make a buck. That's the difference, I think. I think that's the big difference.
So you're not budging on the pronouns.
Never will. And if that hurts us, bro, I'm gonna say it.
No, I get you.
I'm gonna say it now. I apologize, and I am so sorry that I have fucked our future up. I will be the first to say I'm gonna say it now. If it fucks us up because I refuse to acknowledge somebody, because if I have to acknowledge a man as a woman, then you gotta acknowledge me as the utmost supreme deity. That's all I'm saying. Either I'm the supreme deity and you a woman, but you a man, or no, we're not accepting it. Oh, I gotta call you a woman even though you're a man, but I'm not the supreme deity. Yeah, no, this ain't gonna work. You either call me the supreme deity every time you fucking acknowledge me, or I'm not acknowledging you. That's just how it is. So if I fuck our future up, bro, I'm saying it in episode 1 in the test phase. I'm sorry. I am 100% sorry, bro. I'm saying it now. I'm 100% sorry. I can't do it. I don't see color when it comes to race. All I see is a good person. Man, woman, it, she, them, they. It don't matter. It don't matter. All I see is a good person. You're a good person, and that's why we together. So,
But no, I'm just saying. You saying you don't think racism exists, but it does exist. There's some places that just won't take
but
you
not
as a
in America,
employee.
is what I'm
Take
saying.
you as
It don't exist in America.
I
in
don't
my
know about
opinion.
that, man. I don't know about that, man.
I mean,
I've heard
I feel like
several people
I
come
feel like
on the sector and just spill their guts out. I heard people cry and talk about their experiences at work and
damn.
what's going on with them. And I know you love America so much, but there's a lot of things that you just don't know or go through that a lot of people do, bro. These are people who started businesses and still are getting strife, still getting roadblocks because of certain things. And yes, whether you like it or not, it is because of the color of their skin. Some people rather build their people up before others, and that does make sense. Hence is why there's a Chinatown. They're not helping blacks. They're not helping whites.
So
They're
where's
helping
Black Town? Where's
Chinese.
White Town? That's my point. It's
We
like,
have
I
a
get
black
it.
town. You don't live there. You won't
Where
live
is
there.
it? Where
You
is
don't
it?
want to live there.
Where is it? Where
I
is
don't
it?
know. None of your local places.
That's my point.
Hold on, I'll
If
be
you
right
all
back.
right,
All right, my mom-
Chinatown
I'll be right back.
is.
I'll be right back. My mom's
All right,
leaving.
yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking. Chinatown is formed off of Asians. Where is Blacktown? Where is White Town? Oh, White Town is America. Shut the fuck up and quit talking like a bitch. Oh, the white man controls everything. Listen, Django ain't fucking real. Django has never been fucking real. 9.999 fucking slave owners never treated the fucking slaves the way that they are portrayed in Django or any other fucking slave movie. It's bullshit. 100%. I've looked my name up. My family didn't own slaves. I come from Irish descent. I'm just as much as a slave as custom is. Like deadass. I come from Irish and Scottish descent. The Irish were slaves. My family descendants are slaves. They'll always be slaves. Racism is not in America, though. Because if racism was in America, they would allow laws for you to be racist when you hire people. You can't do that. It's against the law to hire people according to their race, religion, or sex. It is against the law. Yet they make plenty of high schools, colleges, fucking extra places that black people, anybody else that's white, they make plenty of extra places for y'all to go and get extra education, but a white man can't get it because he's white. Yet there's no racism. Oh yeah, there's definitely racism. Yet the only racism I see is against white people. Name me a black person that has been discriminated against by the law. By the law, that's racism. Racism is discrimination against another person by the color of their skin. But I'm telling you that America doesn't discriminate against people. America will let a Mexican cross the fucking border and be a citizen without doing anything else, regardless of how many Europeans want to come over here and try to do it the right way, fill out the forms and wait 10 years. Yet they got 857 fucking Mexicans crossing the Texas border just to get in America illegally every day. How is that racist? If anything, the only racism I see in America is racism against white people. Oh, you're a straight white male? Oh, you're homophobic. You're a fascist. You're Republican? Oh, you're definitely you're social. It's like, bruh. We all bleed red. Every person in this country The melting pot of the world is what America is called. We are the melting pot of the world. And we have been since World War II. That's why we are the top. We are the top tier fucking national power in the world. Because we don't discriminate because you have a different skin color. Yeah, the United States had slaves back, before we was a country, while we was occupied by, Britain. Yeah, we did have slaves, but you know what's crazy about it? We were the first country. We were the first set of people in the history of the universe, as far as we know, because Earth is the only existing people in the universe. We are the first people in the universe to say slavery is bad. There's no way anybody can sit here and tell me America is racist. Unless you're talking about racist to white people. Because, if you're white, oh, you're a straight white male. Oh, you're a Christian. Oh, you're a Republican. I mean, yeah, but it's cool. I love, I don't care what extra people do. It doesn't matter. You deserve the fucking gavel. Is it right? Is it right to do it to white people now in 2023 when it was wrong to do it to black people in 1883? Yes. Y'all just aren't chained up and sitting in a house now. Now the government wants to tell y'all that white people think they're better than you. White people don't think shit. White people don't give a fuck. We don't. We couldn't give a shit. We could never give a shit. We don't see color. The white people that owned slaves were the same people that are sitting here fucking running Hollywood and running our government right now. The fucking Rockefellers. Bro, don't get me started. Don't get me started on the Rockefellers. Don't get me started. That's my point, bro. Like, the white people that you're blaming for slavery, the white people that anybody would blame for white people being racist are the people in charge. I'm not one of those. I was never in charge. My people, I'm Scottish and Irish. My people were enslaved just like you. You remember the potato famine? You read about it in your history class. You read about it. The potato famine came from Ireland. That's my people. I'm Irish. I'm Scottish. I got a little German in me. I got a little Native American in me. But look at my beard. Look at my beard real quick. Look at my beard. Y'all see this, right? How do I have red tint here, but brown tint here, and brown tint everywhere else? I have no red hair. Do y'all see any red hair? Y'all see any red hair? Nah, I'm a brunette. I'm Scottish. I'm Irish, bro. Like, do you mean American people are just like Americans' laws aren't racist? Americans' laws are not racist. There's still people encountering and going through racist things all around. I mean, I would like, name one. Name. All right. So listen, all right. You got to remember, you can't blame a country for being racist if its people are racist. Because one person could call, I could have, let's say Custom comes back, goes, hey, Asian, you're a cracker. That's racist if it was on the opposite foot. If I called Custom a hard R, oh, that's racist as fuck, right? But does Custom keep me from getting a job? No, not at all. The government does. If I can't get a job, that means that It's either something wrong with me or it's something wrong with the government. But I also say that, you know, a lot of, black people like, whoa, police. Nah, you've got a better chance of getting bitten by a shark or struck by lightning than a police officer killing you as a black man. That's not me. That's statistics. More black men kill black men than police officers will ever kill black men. That's the issue. And the only reason that's the issue is because the government has went out of their way to say, oh, well, you don't have no baby daddy? We'll give you subsidy. Yes, please leave. Please, by all means, if you are a single mom, we will subsidize you and we will make sure that you are good. We got food stamps. We got all this when a fucking man can put her on the top of the world. Yeah, what do black women do? They say, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm gonna go out of my way and I'm gonna get pregnant by this dude and I'm gonna make him pay child support. I'll collect food stamps and everything will be fine. Don't worry, it's not just black women. It's a lot of women that do that. But that's what the government has instilled in the hearts and minds of women. That's why you have OnlyFans women's coming out here on the Fresh and Fit podcast, on these other podcasts going, oh, well, I don't need no fucking man. I mean, yeah, you don't need one, but you gonna want one when you're 40, you dumb bitch. When you dried and used up, you're gonna want one. And you're gonna be like, oh, no, nobody wants me. Well, yeah, you used yourself up. If you'd have got with somebody when you was fucking 25, 30 years old, yeah, everything will work out perfectly. But you believe the lie of the government that everything will work out perfectly and you can just be a bitch-made bitch your whole fucking life and one guy is just gonna sweep you off your feet. You believe the lie. That's the issue. No man is sweeping off some bitch. No man is gonna sweep a bitch off their feet, regardless of what color they are, if they ain't fucking feminine. Yet society teaches women to be masculine. Oh, I want to be a CEO. I want to do all this extra shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do me. Yeah, I'm gonna do all this. But you want an old-fashioned dude. That's not the way it works. No, I'm not saying the country. I'm saying it's still people that those are racist views. That's why I had to ask what you meant. Yeah, okay, so somebody's racist to me. That doesn't affect me from getting a job. That doesn't make America racist. It's like, I could be racist to Custom right now, but that's not going to affect Custom in getting a job in any way, shape, or form. So,
yeah,
all right.
It could.
Definitely
could. If someone sees this live stream, it could definitely affect my chances at my work.
No. Actually, it would even better your chances if I was racist towards you. Like, dead ass. But he's saying, I'm not saying the country is racist. He's saying that there's still people inside of the country that
I'm not
racist.
Look, see, that's the thing I try to be drilling in his agent. I think he believes I think the country's racist. I don't think the country, like this is the thing, the country has been racist. It has.
Yeah.
You need time to heal
all
that.
countries have been.
I still think,
but I think it's been
as a
healed.
whole, the country's still racist? I don't know. That's all I can say is I don't know. I haven't experienced every part of this United States. I haven't lived everywhere. There's not enough media coverage you can see to even I know it's not. We just don't know, man. There's places where it isn't. There's places where it is. Hell, there's places here that it isn't. There's places where it is. There's places we're not to go.
But all I'm saying is I
think more violence to me is more dangerous than racism. I think violence is just dangerous.
That's a good point.
No matter where you go.
Because where does violence stem from? Violence stem from?
People. But my point is, I think it doesn't matter about so much of race. It's violence. You see what I mean? It's just violence. It's more what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about if this man, like I said, I made the example earlier about your dentist could be racist. You just don't know. As long as I don't know, I'm good. But if I see him at a rally, your skin's the color of a bowel movement. It's going to be hard to have my daughter go to his school.
How many people have done that to you, though, is my question. It's like, I only.
Oh, I've
ask this
had
because
racist stuff said to me and done to me. Absolutely. I've got the cops
you
called
go with me
on
saying
me.
what you
I
go with me
literally
saying what state you live in. You go with me with
what?
the,
Hell no,
you know,
not for these booters yet. I'd rather them find out.
all right, well, I live in South. Oh my goodness, I live in South
up
Carolina.
North. I'm in the north. Okay, he's Confederate. I'm in the Union. Okay, like let's just say that. Like,
That means that should be less. It should be less racist then.
You know what I mean? Like he's doing his thing. I'm up here. He's down
I'm not
there.
doing a thing.
Wow, you took the flag down. I noticed that.
That was only because the lights went out. If the lights went out, it'd still be up. I promised you the whole bottom light row, it went out. I said, damn, and I gotta take it down. I just hadn't got a new lights up yet, bro. Like, give me a chance to get the lights back up. I'll get the rebel flag back up. Fuck with me. I'll put the whole rebel flag.
If you can't have it downtown, you can't have it in your home.
I will put that. Hey, you fuck with me. I'll put that. My pops has a rebel flag at his house that he was gonna hang, and he decided not to because somebody gave him one that looked better. It kind of looked holographic. So I said, hey, well, just keep that in your garage. If I ever need it, I'll get it. Hey, fuck with me. I'll get that. I'll get it, bro. I'll put it up on the wall. You think it's top 10?
The Robert E. Lee beard speaks for itself. All right.
Big facts. My parents got a poster of Robert E. Lee in their house.
Hey, Lincoln didn't care about slaves. He just wanted the votes. All right.
Lincoln had slaves.
Exactly. Thomas Jefferson had black kids.
George Washington had.
You know why?
Every president
had great bodies, okay, and know how to throw it back.
Bodies,
they knew what to do. They know, like they were bred. Think about it. We were taken somewhere, and we were bred with the best human to this best human. You know what I mean? They were experimented on, like for years, hundreds of years of breeding the best athletic people. Look at how athletic
so you think
we
that the
are
only
now.
reason? Wait, so all right, so if that was the case, why isn't every athlete light skinned?
What do you mean?
If y'all were bred to be the best athletes, right? Why are black athletes not? All right, wait, are you using a Django reference?
No, I'm being for real. They really bred Africans and other Africans, blacks, but the tallest, the who had the biggest booties, breasts. They made them like have kids, and they, like because they own slaves, right? So they would have these kids work on the farms. They would have these kids hit the fields. They wanted the most like roughest, best like breeded things you could ever see, man. It's like it's wild, like
it's hot.
And then they would trade and buy them,
like
cars.
You got all right. So you are partially right. You are partially right. They did do that, but that was like less than a 99% chance that people did. Listen, white people did not hate black people. White people used black people as a service. The movies portrayed the 0.0001% of shitty ass slave owners that, and it happened. It did happen, but it portrayed the shittiest slave owners possible. Every slave movie possible never portrays the white slave owner as a malevolent master, quote unquote, right? A malevolent master.
They should.
That has
owning somebody is bad, regardless of skin. Owning somebody like that is.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. It is
because there were blacks
right.
who owned blacks. There were blacks who sold blacks.
I agree. Yeah, so that's why I say I don't love America. Right? And I know this wasn't the point, but the reason I love America is because America was the first country in the history of the world to say that slavery is bad, and we abolished it. And now, granted, I have a rebel.
Egypt did this hundreds.
No, they
of
did. No, they did. Well, then why were y'all sold to I'm
not Egyptian.
But so why were you sold to the colonies? If they abolished it, then why is it not abolished?
Because French colonizers, when they landed,
French people couldn't even win their own revolution. So I don't want to hear that bullshit.
I don't want to hear that.
They couldn't even win their own revolution.
Has some of the best combative wars we've ever seen. They don't need our help, bro.
Are you out of your mind? They couldn't even win their own revolution.
You're thinking of Canada. You got
no,
Canada.
I'm thinking of France.
France, man.
France. I'm thinking of oui. Yeah, hold up.
Hey,
I'll be
you
right
heard
back.
that?
I'm gonna go
You
take
heard
a
that?
doo-doo.
You heard
I'm gonna
that?
take
I
a
spun him
doo-doo.
into it. You heard that? He said he's thinking of wee wee. You heard that? I got him.
I'm sick of your shit.
You guys
All
better
right,
meme
but,
that. You
but
better
bro,
meme
all right,
that.
all right. You know that you're bullshit. You fucking with me, right? There's
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Okay, all right, Logan. You fucking with me. All right, yeah. All right. He got me.
It's so
you have
fun
won
if I
this
don't get
round.
to fuck
You have
with
won
you.
this
It's no
round.
fun. Like, right?
You have won this round. You have won this.
I honestly,
My baby
as
said
much
wee
as
wee.
history I love, I don't even know why some of these wars started. Well, I know
Mhm.
World War I was said because that Ferdinand dude got killed. It was an assassination of like Franz Ferdinand or some shit.
Yeah, that
And
was
then,
that
we
was like the
helping
last
people.
domino.
We're always like helping out. Like we're not starting the wars. We're always like participating though in some kind of way.
It was like a helping out. It's like that was like the last domino for us to get involved because like World War One, we was not supposed to get involved, and the UN
World
was
War
like,
II,
hey,
they bombed us, right? The Pearl Harbor.
yeah, they bombed Pearl Harbor. And we
where
said,
was
all right,
Pearl
say
Harbor,
less.
though?
We out in this bitch, and then we fucking dropped.
Where
the
was
atomic
that
bomb
at?
on 'em.
Because in the movie it shows it like Hawaii. Like where
Hiroshima.
was Pearl Harbor? So
Hiroshima.
wait, we were in Japan territory?
No. Oh, you talking about Pearl Harbor? Yeah, Pearl Harbor in Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken, was where they where they did their attack on us. When they did that, because we had been preparing for them to attack us, but we just didn't think they would because we said we're not touching it. We're out. Fuck you, UN. We're not fucking with nothing. And then they attacked Pearl Harbor, and you can get from the movie too, along with actual quotes from dialogues from Japanese soldiers where they said, "We messed up and we have awoken a sleeping giant."
It's only accurate if Ben Affleck's playing it.
But
because he only plays accurate
He already
roles.
played it. He already
Yeah,
played
that's
it
what
though.
I'm saying.
So
Pearl
it's
Harbor
accurate.
had to be accurate if Ben Affleck's in
It's
it.
accurate. Yeah, it's 100% accurate.
Fargo, Daredevil.
It's 100% accurate. Yeah,
I've seen
100%.
some guy in a red outfit who was blind, but he wasn't as skilled.
No,
as
that's
Daredevil.
movie shit. That's movie shit. No, the reason that we even engaged in World War II was because Japan was pressured into attacking Pearl Harbor in Hawaii by Adolf Hitler and the Germans. So they were pressured into attacking us. They did. And when they did, they was like, I think when they had the meeting with Adolf in the book, they was like, I think we've awoken a sleeping giant. It's in the movie too. And it's from a general that was like in the time, like he was there, like being able to listen to all the conversations, and he was able to, make a book out of it. And what happened? We dropped the atomic bomb on their ass. Now listen, I'll be the first to tell you that it wasn't right to drop it, but I'll be the first to say, hey, y'all started it.
So let me ask you this. Okay. Do you think we should get involved with the Ukraine-Russia?
No, I don't.
Why not? We
Same
got
reason.
all the utensils and tools, manpower.
Well,
expertise.
I see what you're saying.
We need guys like you, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, they do. If I could ever, if I was ever asked to be a part of the government, right? And I'm just a YouTuber, I would say yes.
So if your draft slip came
in
and they're like, we need you to fight this Ukraine war with us Russians, get behind us.
If there was a draft, right? And I was drafted, I would make one YouTube video, before I was drafted. I would say, all right, guys, y'all know the deal. The draft is up. I'm done for now. I'll be back when I get back overseas.
Mine would be the complete opposite because I'm flat-footed. I cannot go. I'm not allowed. So,
all right. So for me, since I could compete, right? I'd be like, all right, I'll be back. I'll see y'all then. Until then, I leave you with CKG.
And my video would be, I would love to go. I would have American flags in the background. I would have a white woman next to me. I would love to go, guys. But unfortunately, I cannot go. I am flat-footed. But I will be here for my brethren and giving intel as much as I can and doing more propaganda videos for the enemy side. Like,
the enemies, bro, you got to help me, not them.
Well, I'm giving them propaganda. I'm making propaganda on them. Like,
No, you gotta make propaganda for us.
oh, I mean,
So
like a smear campaign. Like, I
Oh,
want
a smear
campaign.
can.
Yeah.
Oh, so you. Oh.
Like, if you're drinking vodka, you might as well be in hell. Like, you know, stuff like that. Like, right? Like, well, no, we're helping Russians, right? So vodka's Russians.
No.
Russian.
We take a Russia out too. We take a Russia. If I
Wait,
listen,
America
if there's a
does
draft, we take a Russia out. We take a Russia out. I'm down for it. My
you gotta be on
great
Russia's
granddaddy
side.
did it. I'll do it too.
You got to be on Russia's side, though. You have a beard.
How?
You have a beard.
It. I would. Where was I
You're
born?
drinking Russia products.
Where was I born? Where was I born?
South
Kakalaki. South Kakalaki.
But
South Carolina in the
drinking
U.S.
Russian
It's time for me to
products.
make my duty and fulfill my.
So they're good enough to sleep with, but they're not good enough to go to war with.
What you mean?
You're good enough to drink Svedka, vodka, Smirnoff. You're good
All
enough
right.
to drink it, but you're
All right,
not good enough to go to war with.
Hold on. Hey, here. Actually, let me look this up real quick. Make sure that
Effing vodka. I'm pretty sure it's
Nah,
Russian,
let's
right?
go Burnett.
Is Ciroc Russian? Yeah, what is Ciroc? Because
Burnett.
Diddy's real name is Sean, so that's not even make any sense. Was Ciroc owned by somebody else before Diddy?
American. Burnett's vodka is one of the most popular vodkas in the country since 2000. The brand has grown to become one of the largest selling vodkas. It is 100% gluten-free and made in America. Let's go, baby. Burnett's right here, baby. You see it. Hold on, let me
Bro, that's the cheap stuff. That's the cheap stuff. That's the 5 o'clock.
America.
You know what I mean? That's the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you get at from a hooker's snatch?
No,
Like,
I got
right,
that,
what'd you
I
get-
got
what'd
that
you
from
get
the
at?
gas station down the street. You feel me?
I want the stuff I gotta kill a leprechaun for. You know, I want
Listen,
that stuff.
Hey, listen, this is made in America. That's all I'm gonna say.
Burnett,
And I
that's
drank.
a woman.
I don't give a shit what it is. I don't give a shit if it's a woman's name or not.
Dandy drinks.
Does it get me drunk? Yes, sir.
That's a placebo, bro. I bet that shit's like 4%.
All right, so let's hold up. It is. Hold up. Let me
What's the percentage of that?
40% alcohol, 80 proof. It's hard to see the 80 proof, but you see it?
Okay.
Yeah, it's 80 proof.
So he recycled.
And this is a 750 milliliter bottle, bro. This ain't no baby back bitch type shit. America type shit.
Bro, in my hands,
America.
that thing was. I'll be Andre the Giant in my hands. Okay,
Andre
Get out of
the
here with
Giant,
that,
you
baby.
ain't. All right, so listen. This is what we gonna do then. This is what
That's
we
like a
gonna do.
pint. That's like a pint.
Episode 1. No, this is more than a pint. Episode 1. You gonna fucking get on and go buy some liquor, and I'm gonna see the proof. I'm gonna see what we got. You gonna get your camera on, and we gonna drink to the day end. You gonna drink till we get.
It's got to be beer. There's no way I can handle alcohol. Like, not a functioning setting. I'm
Bro.
not. I'm not. Bro, like, one shot, I'm hot. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And my legs wobbly. Or what's wrong with my legs? My legs aren't moving. Like, right? Like, I could do beers though. I could drink beers all day, but
All right.
fuck,
We'll work it out.
alcohol is. That's just. Bro, people use that to strip paint. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, they do.
you want me to?
Yes,
I've
they
seen
do.
people light their face on fire. Like, I can't ingest.
I've seen people blow fire
that.
with
Yeah.
alcohol.
Oh, yeah. That's actually pretty cool. Like, I'm not. gonna
Asian
lie.
views are irrelevant. He thinking about we, not even talking about this podcast seriously. Dislike it. They dislike Breach. I don't give a dog. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a
He
damn.
has a point. He has a point.
Dislike. Dislike. I don't care.
All right, we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, we 2.5 hours in.
We'll
Let's
get
see.
on one topic with just before we leave. Talk about the glasses or the goggles or whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, we can talk about the Google glasses. Hey, put in the chat. We'll do 2 topics before we leave. Just put in the chat if you want us to talk about something. We'll talk about it really quickly. All right. So The Google glasses, so custom. These Google glasses, I don't know if you've seen any of the videos that are, like trying to explain them, but the way they explained it is, you remember Iron Man 2?
Mm-hmm.
The one with Rhodey in it, and he stole the Iron Man suit.
Without Terrence Howard.
Yes, without Terrence Howard. You remember at the beginning where he was like using his phone to like clip everything that he could see, like with his phone. You remember that?
Hmm?
And when he put his phone down, he could literally like touch everything. Like
move shit.
That's what this is supposed to be, but without the glass phone that Tony Stark had. That's exact. So like basically, you put the glasses on, right? Like I'm wearing the glasses, and like I'm pretty sure you've seen how like people are wearing them and you can see their eyes.
Yep.
That's not their eyes. That's actually
AI eyes?
Yeah, it's AI eyes.
Damn.
The cameras are in the goggles, and you could turn that setting on or off. So
how much do you think that shit's gonna cost?
$3,500.
Why?
I already know.
What does it do?
Well,
it's can it give me a date? Could it give me that meeting
Yes.
I need? Could it give me
supposedly
you double your money with that shit? You think you're gonna double your money with that?
Mm-hmm. No, not me.
That thing's gonna lead you into the streets, get you killed. You're gonna walk in front of a car. Bro, there's been a lot of fucked up deaths with VR, bro. Like I think.
All right, so yeah, because I agree with you. There is like VR has been at a standstill for the last 3 years, but the way that you access things, right? Like say I put the glasses on, right? Say I got the glasses on, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the stream. Let's say that you're talking about Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're talking about Joe Rogan, I can sit here on my, I'm wearing the mask, right? It's over my face. I can go. Basically, if you do this, like this, supposedly this is what triggers you clicked on it, right? But they have inside of the goggles, they have what are they called? It's like basically the infrared. They have infrared cameras that will track your eye movements. So when, like, all right, for instance, I'm looking at the camera, right? You can see me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking directly at the camera. If I look over here at my light, you can see me looking at my light. I haven't moved my head. The camera inside of the goggles will see that you're looking right here. So like keyboard, right? Keyboard type shit. Got a keyboard.
What a rainbow keyboard.
Yeah, you like the rainbow keyboard? Here, let me change the color.
Celebrating your month.
Yeah.
That's wild. Like, that's so wild. Like, it is June.
Yeah, we back. All right, so what it would do, right? If you want to type something, you have the glasses on. If you look at something, right? Let's just say that I look directly at the screen, like I'm doing now, and what I'm looking at is actually a link, right? I'm looking at you right now, but what I'm looking at is not the camera. I'm looking at a link because I have the glasses on. So I see the link because I can look at it. I do this. It clicks on the link. Oh, you got to type something out? All right, say less. As soon as I, do this to activate it, because apparently this is the way you activate it. You do this. You could do it down here, like where you can't see, or you can do it like up in the air where you can see, where you're looking at the stuff. But the eye vision or like the goggles tracks where you actually look. So say you need to type something in. What'll happen is as soon as you need to type something in, it'll bring up a virtual keyboard. Just like this. If I look at the Y, like the Y button that's right here, Instead of me having to punch the Y button, what I do is I look at the Y button and I press this. So if I have to type in Zazian, I just look at I look at the letters. I go Xazien. And because I know how to type, I can type 32 plus words a minute. I know where the keys are and I know where to look in order to type. If other people don't, they'll be a little slower. But since I know, I can literally go boom, 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 boom. All I have to do is do this. And
well, see, I have a question, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you think people want a Wii type base game, or do they want a VR type base?
People want a VR base. The issue
now, why do you think the Wii fell off?
Because the Wii is exactly what this. It's exactly what this isn't. The Wii needs a controller. You know, if I had something in my hand right now that could control the whole screen, control the whole stream, you know, all I had to do was do this. Oh, that's nice. But what if you had something that could do it and all you had to do was wear it on your face and never have to have something in your hands? Where all you had to do was go, all right, hold on, custom. Let me get this guy for you.
So it's like Dragonfly.
Yeah. I don't know what Dragonfly is.
Dragonfly is a sweet program that you can use that you'll speak the letters you're doing. So if you're doing like a long report or word or anything like that, you just type it in. Like say President Lincoln was shot and killed in 1865. It will type all that for me just because of my words. It's like the same stuff that Stephen Hawking was using. It's like the same kind of like technology.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Except this is more advanced.
And
it's literally that,
awesome,
except way more advanced.
He's typing shit, and you can understand everything he's saying. It would write it. It's like a thought because he couldn't move his arms or nothing, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nice technology as far as we got. I feel like he was tapped in like Matrix, hooked up or something. I don't know how it works.
I mean, when you can't even move your limbs, yeah, you already know the bottom tier of everything and the top tier of all things. So, but yeah, how do you? All right, because supposedly, and I want to know what you think about this, custom. Supposedly, what they're trying to do is this is about to be the new phone, where eventually they'll get it down to more than just this big ass shit you wear on your head, right? And eventually it'll be like sunglasses. So they're saying that this is supposed to replace the modern phone. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. For $3,500, how is that supposed to be?
All right, so
you're doing a lot of replacing with that.
Well, let me rephrase. It's not anytime soon that this is going to replace the modern phone. The only thing that's going to replace the modern phone is the applications that it can do. So if, like, for instance, me and you, we get together, we do LagFest, we talk about shit. But Flea Boy hits you up, you're going on a podcast for a certain thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Where me and you, we talk about whatever we want because we have our own podcast and we run our shit. Where if somebody else asks you to come on their show, you have to abide by their rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's what this is that's what this basically is. The rules that you have to abide by is the laws of physics. And like, for instance, we got this big ass headpiece that it's this big ass headpiece. It's like this big, bro. Dead ass. It's like this big on your face. It's going to cost you $3,500. 3,500 schmackaroonies. All right. To wear some big ass fucking bitch made looking Oculus Rift. All right. That's what they're going to do. Yet, this isn't the first of its kind, nor will it be the last, which means one thing: they will continue to make it better. So, my question to you, Custom, since you answered my first question, do you think that there is a possibility that augmented reality or like, Sword Art Online type gameplay, do you even think that's going to be possible in the next 10 to 15 years? Or do you think that they're hoeing us? I would like to know because I have my own opinion.
Look, man, what I think is, man, TV killed the radio and the internet slit the television's throat. Okay.
You're right. You're right.
All
You're
right.
right. Yeah.
You know, so
It's done.
like I said, advance in technology, medicine, and everything is better every 5 years, man. I have no doubt that
So do you
things
think-
are going to get obsolete.
So do you think that they'll be able to? All right. So actually, you know, forget about I know that we're in the process of like this product isn't even going to come out for another year at the earliest.
What if I tell you I already got one through my sponsorship?
All right, if you tell me that, I'm gonna need you to hook me up with some sponsorships. That's all I'm gonna say. If that's not true, tell me how you feel about the progression of. All right, so yeah, all right, just hold that thought. Got Sword Art Online, right? And then you got like regular animes, but Sword Art Online, the anime itself, it made the characters feel like they were in the game. They were like they outside in the real world, they couldn't even move their body. How do you feel about legitimate VR where, you can't move your body? You have to exit out and then you get to move your body. How do you feel about that?
That's some scary shit.
It is scary, isn't it?
It's like Matrix, bro. It's like you're sucked in, like
Yeah, bro. It's scary. Like
what's that movie? Ready Player One. Almost feels like that, like Ready Player One.
I've never watched Ready Player. I know what movie you're talking about.
They're describing the exact thing you're saying. They put on
Reynolds.
a VR shit.
Yeah, with Reynolds. Yeah, with Deadpool. So he couldn't move his body.
No, he can move his body, but
in the real world.
In the real world, yeah, he can move his body. He would go to a place where they would hook up. It's like the kind of like the Matrix.
Okay, all right.
And
All right, so how do you? Okay, so, all right, so if that's the case, then how do you feel about? All right, so because think about it, in order for VR to be successful, all right, this is our last topic tonight, guys. If y'all like the content, I'm gonna need y'all to smack that like button. We about done. But subscribe. But if my question is, how could something work in the real world but not all right how could something like a Sword Art Online, I'm sure you've seen some of it, where they were like their bodies are immobilized but it's all in their mind because the Game Gear or whatever they had on their head does it for them. They could have left anytime they wanted, but they didn't know that it wasn't real, that it would have exploded. Everybody that died just woke the fuck up. It was like, oh shit, it's not real. Like we're not gonna talk about that. Point is, do you think that it would be better if we couldn't work our bodies, for 3D, capture and shit? Do you think it'd be better if we could not work the bodies outside of the mind? Or do you think we should just stick with things that we hold in our hands or like gloves that like allow us to like control shit?
I think it's a little tricky. I'd rather hold something because I have more control. When something's on my head doing things that I don't know what they're doing, like you said, you're sucked in.
But what if? Yeah. So all right, but what if?
It could be a scary thing. That's why people bust their ass or they fall when VR is on. Like they really get freaked out. You're walking a plank, you're on a skyscraper, like that.
What if? So would you all right, so let's just say, all right, so right now you would rather have something in your hand. Let's just say that they had a way for you to
VR is what I'm saying. I like a VR. I like virtual reality.
So would you rather have the perfect VR?
But it has to be a game to me.
I get that, but would you rather have the perfect VR where it's like all in your mind, and then like when you when you end the game, it literally wakes you up? Or would you have the perfect VR as in like it's never gonna advance any farther, and we have to use things to like control with our hands?
I mean, if
What would you
we
rather
get
have?
out of controlling with our hands, that's pretty cool. Like if I can have, like, say I'm playing God of War and I'm literally Kratos and I have the
Mhm.
sword in my hand and I can swing my arms, I'd much rather hold the sword because it looks more practical and it feels more like realism versus me just clenching my fist tight in front of me. I feel like I'll be like an asshole. Versus me holding a nice Ragnarok sword and swinging that. Now I know I'm in my living room, but it feels cool to cut things. Like even if I hit my pillow,
Yeah, so
I'm
so
like,
you
oh
would
shit, I'm cutting his head. Like when I hit my pillow. Like, you know?
All right, so low key, you would like things if it was, like if you could control everything with your mind, right? Like, like the Google goggles, right? They have cameras that are like in the eye goggles, like on the inside, where like you can't see outside, right? Like if you put the goggles on, everything is black, but when you turn them on, you can see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, you act
like the Predator's mask.
Yeah. Very similar. Where it's like people could look at you and you might look like a regular person because like I know you've seen the commercials where people have the eye like they have the headset on and their eyes are showing. That's not their eyes. That's actually a computer generated like AI projection of the eyes that the fucking goggles are looking at. Because like the goggles on the inside, you can't see anything out of them.
You know what I think they're really making, to be honest?
Oh yes, please tell me.
A scouter. A scouter. Like what you win like for the longest, right?
Out my power level, bro. They can't find it out.
Exactly. So all right. When you were a kid, that's all you wanted was a scouter, right?
Big
you wanted real, not that bullshit that goes over your head like headphones. You wanted an actual thing that would fit on your ear. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it didn't always just tell power. It did a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
It did more than just tell power. It did location. It can find Dragon Balls. It can my new.
No, I can't find Dragon Balls. No, I couldn't find Dragon Balls.
Like the air, like it can knows.
Yeah, like it read so much fucking shit. You're right. It read so much shit. I would fuck
with something that maybe not the green type shit because I feel like that it's like you remember
anime
the old 3D glasses
that's
used to be red on one side and blue on the other. I don't like that like redness. I want a clear.
I want that red. I want the red scouter. You know what I'm saying? The blue scouter. You know what I'm saying? I want the one on my eye going. Yeah, he ain't about this shit. Hey, bitch, bring your shit. You ain't about it.
But you can. But that would be cool. And you can do all sorts of things with that. I feel like that's what.
Yeah, he ain't.
They're leaning towards. Because when you think about it, today's technology is today's geeks, today's nerds. That's who's running technology.
You're right, bro. You're absolutely
they
right.
They love the technology and what say not Yu Hakusho, but
look at Jeff Bezos. I'm willing to bet my last dollar that Jeff Bezos was bullied in high school. I'm willing to bet it.
I don't know, man. He's learning some techniques now.
I'm willing to bet he was bullied in high school. No. He didn't learn those in high school. He wasn't watching anime in high school. Jeff Bezos don't know.
Anybody was bullied, bro. Anybody could be bullied. Right? That's not fair.
I wasn't bullied. The first bully I had, I fucking punched him square in this shit. I was like, motherfucker, you don't talk to me like that. You're the type to go
to prison and
guess what? And guess what
first
happened?
Guy you see.
The rest of the football team said, hey, no. Motherfucker, that's our teammate. They put that nigga.
This was an all-Christian school. I want you guys to know this. This was a Christian Catholic school he went to.
I went to a public school.
A public Christian Catholic school.
I went to Silver. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna say, I'm putting it out now. Y'all can look it up. I went to Silver Bluff High School. My name is Austin. That's all I'm gonna say. I went to Silver Bluff High School. My name is Austin. Austin, look it up. Look it up.
Don't look
here,
it up.
Bro.
You
Book
might
it out
see
here, bro.
You don't want to see.
Austin. A-U-S-T-I-N. I ain't playing.
This man was in band. He was in ribbon with the
I didn't play band. I played football.
Twirling.
You're lying.
Spirit Squad.
You're a liar. You're a fucking liar.
Right now, Austin Vanderfleet did Spirit Squad.
That's not my You're a liar.
Spirit Squad.
I play Listen, don't listen to him, people. I played football. I didn't play no band. I didn't play that bullshit.
Oh, you're too much of a bitch
I played
for hockey.
baseball. I ran track.
Too much of a bitch for hockey.
Fuck
bro.
with me. I played baseball, football, ran track. I wasn't one of those fuck boys. I was out here.
No, anything but hockey
thing.
though. Hockey's the toughest, sweatiest sport, bro. That's
What'd
what
you
you know
just-
you're a real man.
What sport?
Hockey, and you get to fight. That's the real test.
What'd you just call? Hockey?
Where's your hockey? Where's your hockey at? You know,
Listen,
not
the only
talking
hockey-
One Piece. All right,
That's
I'm
the
talking
only
about-
hockey I know is one. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that slapping sticks, fighting. I'm talking about, you know what I mean?
Slapping stick
Maple
fighting.
Leafs, you know, New Jersey Devils, like right, like there's another Penguins, there's another team, Red Wings. Yeah, that's the team we rep. Red Wings, yeah.
Red Wings. All right. Let me
Yeah, that's the
look
team.
that up.
That's my city and place stuff.
All right, I'm gonna look up Red Wings.
You know, the Lions, you know, Pistons. That's where all the major teams
What's
are.
the sport called?
It's called hockey. Hockey. It's got guys like
hockey.
Gretzky.
Oh, hockey, like
Yeah.
like real world hockey, not HAKI. Oh,
Yeah, not that street stuff.
Yeah, no,
skate.
no. Where I live, we don't have no snow. We don't play hockey. We play real sports like
You can
football,
get an ice rink.
baseball,
What are you
track.
talking
We
about?
play soccer out here, big fella.
Soccer. Look at you, soccer.
I mean
football.
football. We play food. We play football out here.
Football.
Thank y'all so much for stopping by to the LagFest. You guys are goated. We're going to be
Facts.
doing this every day, Monday through Friday. Make sure that you guys stay tuned.
You said he
Be
went
out
to
here.
school with Bezos. Wait, how old
Maybe.
is Bezos? Is he old enough to?
Uh,
Is he in his 40s?
Yeah, shit. I think he's in his 50s. I
Really?
think Bezos is in it. Yeah, Bezos is a little
he-
younger than my dad.
Then he got bullied because there's no way you can bully now. Like today's kids are killing you.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
I don't think- today's kids ain't
now,
playing.
bro, like Jeff Bezos got bullied. 100%. That's why a baby back bitch.
What about the other guy? Zuckerberg.
Oh yeah, he got bullied. That's why he does jujitsu now. 100%.
Hey, but he's good though. He's learning. Like,
Hey. So I seen him win
But
his match.
I'm
Hey,
gonna tell you
he
right
won
now,
his match. He won his match.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it is gonna fail for him. It is the most weakest shit you can really learn is jujitsu right now. It's the most softest soy martial art you can learn right now. Like I would rather learn karate, wrestling, or anything else than jujitsu, bro. That's some soy stuff.
Oh my, but jujitsu
always-
is supposed to be
Every
the,
time you
like...
see jujitsu people do like trust me, I did karate, right?
Mhm.
When you see karate people, they're doing karate. They're listening to heavy metal. They're kicking ass. They're breaking bricks. They're doing shit, right? But every time you go to jujitsu class, these guys are in pajamas. These guys are reading books. You know what I mean? There's like the lighting candles. It's like it's very like so.
Bro, my parents made me take karate, and I listen to metal. Like, are you trying to like? Whoa!
Tell you, man, they're based. Your
are you
parents were
trying-
based.
like, are you saying that I'm not based? Am I gonna have to prove my baseness to you?
No, what I'm saying, if you did karate is way more based. Jiu-jitsu is not practical. You're probably not going to get that shit off. Probably going to get slept trying to do that shit.
Actually, I thought jiu-jitsu was more like it was easier to learn
Holds.
jiu-jitsu and win street fights because you could throw people over and stuff like that.
No, that's judo. Judo was throw.
That's judo. Oh,
Yeah.
that's judo. Oh, yeah, that's judo.
The best
Yeah, you're right.
combat form in a street fight to me would either be straight up boxing or it would be sambo.
You talking about boxing that punches the ground instead of I'm sorry, not punching the ground. Kicks the ground instead of kicking your opponent. You know, I'm a Baki fan, so you know.
Well, yeah, sambo. Sambo's really good base. I would really love sambo or wrestling. Wrestling
Sambo?
could
Oh,
save
yeah.
your life or
Sambo's
sambo.
good.
Sambo, you can pick a nigga up and then toss him down, throw him on his head, and then start rocking him with punches. He can never get up. You can hold him down there.
Big
And rocking
facts.
him with it. But see, in a
Boom!
fight where there's a lot of people around you,
Bill,
they're probably not going to let you get that sambo shit off. That's why I'm saying boxing, you in a public setting, it's more better to handle your beefs boxing wise because that really determines the fight. It shows you
Yeah.
who's the man, and your friends are liable not to jump in if it's straight up hands. If you see a nigga tussling on the ground, I'm helping my brother. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
listen,
I'm helping my brother.
But I'll be the
I'm
first
sorry.
to say. I'll be the first to say. My little brother comes in and he goes to box somebody and he gets stopped on the first hit. As soon as he goes in, no, I'm drop kicking the dog shit out of you. You
Muay
better get
Thai,
off my
yes,
brother.
Muay Thai is great, but it takes, you know what it takes to learn Muay Thai?
Yeah,
be
that's a lot of
precision in
work.
Muay Thai, you're putting your body
Ooh.
through the fucking limit. Fuck
I
that.
would-
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
trying to
these
figure out
dudes
what
they
fighting
can
style
break
I'm working,
bats.
like, it's
Regular
definitely not
wooden
that.
bats with kicks.
Exactly.
Muay Thai
Like
guys,
I'm trying to figure out what fighting style I want
He
to
said
learn
balls.
by myself.
Krav Maga then. If
But
you're
no,
looking for balls
it's not.
and holds
no,
like Krav Maga,
It's not that
that's
one.
the ladies type of self
Krav Maga. What a
That's-
bitch made. Fuck boy.
Hey, it can
I'm
help you
sorry,
though. Like I don't want to
apologize.
cuff anyone's balls
I mean,
while
you
fighting them. But
If
that
you
could
know
save
every
your life.
fighting style could definitely help you.
Yeah.
But it's like, which one is the best suited for street fights? You
For street
are
fights,
you gonna get
Wrestling.
into a fight? You know, if you can help it. No, I'm not. I don't want my face hit. Like no, like bro, it's all good. Like it's all good, bro. Like
Throw
please
them
don't
hands,
swing at me.
nigga.
And if you sweep me, hit him with the yakum. But
See,
if
look
I ain't
how
got hit him
Peter
with the
Parker
yakum,
looked
you
versus
know?
Tucker, right?
Uh-huh.
That looks so clean because of boxing. Like I get it, he has fighter sense, but Tucker looked like a pure idiot versus Peter Parker because of the body. And Tucker was doing a stance. He was throwing the hands up.
Tucker
he
did
was
his
swinging.
best too, bro.
And then
Did his
Parker's
best.
just ducking him like nah. That's
Did
good
his
boxing. That
best.
bob and weave, Steve Fox style can really fuck somebody up. I like boxing as a base, but as an entertainment, I hate it. You got 16-ounce gloves. These guys are hitting the shoulder all the time. They're not cleanly punching each other. It goes 12 rounds. What fight?
Where's
goes
the
12 rounds?
UFC, baby? I want to
Exactly.
see real fists, big fella.
And if you want to see more UFC, make sure you go to my second channel.
Yep, go to
Casual
the
MMA
second
guy.
channel.
You know what
Go
I
to
mean?
the second channel.
I will
Look
be
down below in the
displaying
description.
some jujitsu this weekend on camera in front of a live audience.
Down below in description. You look in description. He give me a description. He put it up. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and being top tier fucking individuals. Thank y'all so much.
If you're here, you're either based, woke, or bored, okay? And
There
I
is
hope
no
you're all
other
three.
in between.
I hope
You're
it's all
either
three.
based, woke, or in between. There is no in between, big fella.
We'll
So-
try to get somebody, at least one person out there who's got all three.
I got somebody for next podcast, so you guys be safe. Don't worry. We're going to have you guys every time LagFest is live from now on will be on this channel. This channel from now on.
Yes.
All right?
We'll be
So
here
from-
every day, guys. Well, preceding days. As
Monday
much as we
through
can.
Friday at the minimum. Sometimes weekends if it works. So
Yes.
y'all be safe. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Y'all are goated, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thursday, baby.
It is great because I can still do Thotty Thursday.
You already know, big dogs.
We got to do the show a little earlier then, yeah.
We can do
6? 6 good for you? 6
yeah,
or
that's good
7?
for me. Well, all right, hold on. Yeah, that's good for me. 6.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good for me.
Yeah, 6
we
is
do-
good. Let's
yeah.
like hit that.
Yeah, we'll do
Right.
this at 6, and then we get done at 8, 7, 7:30, 6:30. Yeah, then you can place your you can do your whole Thotty Thursday. It'll work like a champion. So make sure you guys stay tuned because we out here going crazy tonight.
Appreciate you all stopping by tonight. I really appreciate y'all at Goated. Coming to a brand new channel. I know how it is. Well, you know, the 3 brand newer.
It's
new
the
branding.
brand new
New
now.
Channel. It's new branding. All right, it's new branding. Everything will be fixed in the upcoming days. Specs, the way visuals, the way the shit looks, we'll be all set up, ready to go. Just give us a little bit of time. We just moved here. It's like a new apartment. All right. Waiting for somebody to bring that nasty ass fruit salad. All right, we're getting it all
Hey,
together.
don't! I do not want the fruit salad. Don't tell them
Jell-O,
to bring it. Stop! I
whatever
don't
they're
want
bringing.
it. Don't tell them to bring it. Stop telling
You know
them
what's
to
wild?
bring it.
Only white people bring things, right? Like, you know, I find that very.
That's because
like
white
the
people care.
Thanksgiving
We
thing.
do our best.
You know, they'll come to the neighborhood. Hey, I'm Janice. This is Mark, and here's some nice
You think I
Jell-O
went-
we made. And
You
I'm
think
like,
you think I went to
the
my
fuck?
you think I went to my neighbors and was like, hey man, I'm glad y'all moved into the neighborhood. Here's some chocolate chip cookies. You think I did that?
I think that's a little. I don't think people will trust that nowadays. Like, what's the cookies made of? Like, what? Yeah, I mean, like, who? Why did he come over here? He's trying to fuck my wife, isn't he? He came over here to see you. He tried to
I'm
see you.
done with
Like, he
you.
said, this,
I'm done
you're
with
setting,
you.
you're seeing your shit up. Like, that's what I think is happening when people do that. You're
'Cause
setting,
you
you're
can't
trying to look
trust
at my
nobody.
house. You trying to look at my place? You trying to gauge how much shit I have?
I was just trying to be nice. I was just trying to bring some chocolate chip cookies over, but it's all good.
I'm gonna do the reverse.
Here's the cookies.
Take the Jello,
I'm out.
and then I'm gonna go to your house and scope it out, and then bang your wife. That's how I'm gonna do it, right? That's
hey, you leave my wife out of this. That's not fair. I do that.
Right.
Listen,
sister,
I was being very.
I'll ruin her sister.
You leave your wife out.
It affects you retroactively. Like it still affects you a little bit, you know.
No, the only thing that affects me is you talking about my wife. I do not have the wife. When you talk about the wife, I do not have wife.
Oh no. But
you don't talk about the wife. I do not have
hypothetical wife. All right.
You do not talk about hypothetical. Motherfucker.
She's bringing snacks.
I was slit your. I was shoot
What is
you
that about though? Like I moved in and you're giving me food. You think I'm broke or like what is that about? Like
I would listen. The next time we play Fortnite, I would literally fucking shoot you. Like quit talking about my hypothetical wife. Alright?
Give me a car.
I did
like if you're neighborly. Like give me a rake that you know I'm gonna have to borrow.
Here's my card.
Like give me stuff you know I'm gonna borrow from.
Here's my card. Here's my card.
I want a rake. I want your lawnmower. Give me your leaf blower. Give me things I can use. Grizzly. What is that? Chew? Is that tobacco? Is that chew?
That's tobacco. That's tobacco. That's tobacco.
Yeah. Ting. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all are fucking goated, bro.
Yo, he said you're not shooting shit, but the NPC, he's not lying.
Hey, you don't say that.
This man goes to war with NPCs, bro. It's wild. They have it out for you, though. I'm not gonna lie.
They don't say that.
They have it out for you, bro. Like I don't know why, but the NPC hates you, bro. Like that shit is crazy.
Don't worry, the NPC will stop fucking with me next stream. You will see today.
All right,
y'all have a great night. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Y'all are top tier.
Peace.
100%. Adios.
Oh, I just got a text.
I mean, you got to end the stream first.
Oh, shit, bro. I just got a text from Jennifer Lawrence.
I know you lying now.
Oh, man. Come to my house tonight. Oh, bet. I got to go, guys. I can't, bro. She just texted me. She wouldn't, she's blackfishing right now. Right? She wants it.
All right, when you get done, hook me up. Tell her I'm black, so she can blackfish me. Just hook me up. Just hook me up. That's all I ask.
Tell you got vitiligo. Okay? Yeah, vitiligo.
Look at that Espanol in his blood.